Welcome to the 4th Floor, an extension of 5 on the Floor here on the 5 Reasons Sports YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'm Ethan Skolnick. I'm here with Greg Sylvander, Brady Hawk, and also Alejandro Villegas, our producer. The Heat are playing the Hawks tonight. I'm actually right outside of Quarterdeck in Davie. We're going to have a little watch party there. Don't blame us. This is not our fault. If they lose, blame Jonathan Ramlakan, who's actually at State Farm Arena tonight. He's on site. This is going to be a little bit of a quicker one, and then we're going to get you into Alejandro and the Hangout. Here, let's tell you quickly about our sponsors, though. Biscayne Bay Brewing. Actually, I got the T-shirt on tonight. Biscayne Bay Brew, the official beer of the 5 Reasons Sports. There you go. Of the 5 Reasons Sports Network, and also of the Miami Marlins. Make sure you get the Tropical Bay IPA, the Marlins Lager, all of their other great beers at restaurants like Quarterdeck here in South Florida. Also at many Winn-Dixie's, Publix's, and Whole Foods, and all that other good stuff. And you can get that also at FTX Arena, at the kiosks, at the 100 level, and at the 300 level. Also, our sponsor, MarkBrownPA.com. That's MARC, BrownPA.com. The man with a plan. He can get you an estate plan. He can also sit down with you and work with you on your closings for real estate, etc. Mark is based in North Lauderdale, just north of Cypress Creek off of Andrews. 954-566-5678. Again, it's MARC, BrownPA.com. All right, I'm going to start here. Brady, who's in, who's out?
Yeah, no Kyle Lowry is the only one for Miami. I think that pretty much means Gabe Vincent steps in the starting lineup. We can have discussions about who comes in after that. I know everybody wants to see Victor Oladipo. I personally think it's probably going to be Caleb Martin early. If they need shot creation, they go to Victor Oladipo in the second half. And on the Hawks side, it's Clint Capella is going to be to go tonight. So that's going to be interesting. I know that makes things kind of weird down low, I guess, for Bam, because everybody's looking for a Bam game. But just I want to say really quickly that kind of opens things up for Tyler a little bit, because that's a much deeper drop that he's used to with Okongwu and Collins. So just look for him getting into that mid-range, specifically when he's on the floor.
All right, Greg, with that, I mean, Capella changes the equation here a little bit. No Lowry, but you have some information on Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, this was something that I provided our off-the-floor subscribers on Winnow, and I would encourage everyone to check that out. It's my pinned tweet at Greg Sylvander on Twitter. And this was, late breaking 2:47 a.m. as I'm traveling, and I'm glad to be back on the show. It looks like essentially, and these things change quickly. I really want to emphasize to everybody that like hamstring injuries are weird, and you don't know how people respond. And sometimes guys will come back after 2 days, and sometimes it'll take 2 weeks. So whatever it is. And I would be happy if some of this is wrong. But what I've heard initially is that I really don't expect him to be back for this particular series. I think that, there's always the chance that if it were to go 7 or something, that maybe that would be a possibility. But they're going to be conservative with their approach. They don't want to risk things. And that's just based off recent evaluations where I think that they're at. If he improves drastically, great. And I'll be the first one saying, yay, I was wrong and Kyle Lowry's playing. But that's kind of where I'm hearing that they're at.
Hey, Jonathan, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys. If you want to give me 1 second, I'll change to my better headphones.
No, that's okay. Go ahead. That's usually my problem. We're going to get you in here with all the fans and all the rest of it. Brady, I'm going to turn this over to you because I have actually got a bad connection here right now. So I'm going to go to you on this. If no Lowry tonight, what is the solution?
Yeah, I said rotationally. I think they go Gabe Vincent in the starting lineup. And I know everybody wants to see Oladipo. And I personally said I think there's a good chance we see him. I just don't know if we see him in the first half, where I think they test out Caleb Martin. If things click and everything goes well, they roll with that in the second half. If it's tight and maybe the offense doesn't look great, I think that's the Oladipo move. And I think that's very possible. Like, it just feels like without Kyle Lowry, they're going to lack some type of creation when you're running lineups of Caleb, PJ, Dedmon, those type of guys. When you're lacking that creator, I think it's going to be possible. But if they get out early, if they defend, which I think they can do, they kind of limit Trae Young and the shooters. This feels like a game that they're going to be ready for. Like, as much like this is a pretty big game. Like, they come out flat, and all of a sudden you're in danger of going down 2 or tying it up 2-2. So it's going to be interesting. I think Tyler's the big thing that I'm looking at. I think the Bam matchup with Capella is another thing that everybody's going to be looking at. But ultimately, Jimmy Butler is still the mismatch in this series, guys. Like it comes down to that they're gonna have to do some things that they haven't even done a ton of, like finding Smalls and getting him switched on to him, because the Hawks have done a really good job of getting away from that. They do not. That's the last thing they want is the guys like Huerter and Trae Young and all these other guys to switch on to him. So I think if they gotta hunt a little bit more, use Gabe, use Tyler as screeners. So those are just kind of the major differences that you have to go through when you don't have a true point guard on the floor.
Yeah, I'm glad that you really expanded upon what Ethan asked you and went through some of the ramifications on some of those other guys. Gabe's gonna start. Come on, guys! Like Spo just wouldn't say it, and the Oladipo thing, you articulated it so much better than I have. It's not that I don't want him to play. I just think, to your point, it's not going to be the first thing Spoelstra goes to here. He's going to go with guys that have been more in the rotation, and he may shrink some things and change some responsibilities here or there. And then if that doesn't work, or they take a punch and they need something different, they come out flat, to your point, then Depot becomes a conversation starter. So I'm with you there. I'm trying to get a statistic here, but essentially in our network, Sean Rochester did some research this morning, not for monetary gain in any way, related to how Jimmy Butler has played when Kyle Lowry has not been available. And I can't find the statistics now, but I'll follow up on Twitter with them. But essentially, I think he's gotten 2 triple doubles while Kyle Lowry was out. All of his stats go up to near triple double averages, if I remember correctly. Jonathan, if you're in position to speak now, I'd love to hear what you think we're going to see from Jimmy Butler as he kind of takes the reins of this entire offense, even in an enhanced way than he already was late in game 2 or game 3.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to see a Jimmy Butler that's going to be willing to both create and also hunt the mismatches. And I think getting the Hawks into foul trouble and slowing the tempo down when that team just gets it rolling is going to be super, super important. So I look for him to just hunt those mismatches and start trying to make them draw doubles. And once he draws doubles, he's going to make the right play. And if it's not the right play, he's going to get the hockey assist, passing to the passer, get the assist. So I think Jimmy's going to have to do a lot more tonight. It's a really big game. I think Atlanta is going to come out firing. The end of the last couple of games, they've shown that when they hit, they hit. And Atlanta has been really, really good at home, especially in the latter half of the season. They've been one of the best home teams. And Jimmy's going to have to be the guy to slow things down, bring it to the Heat's tempo, and control the pace of the game. And I think that's going to be the main thing he's going to have to do tonight.
Greg, I have the information you were looking for.
Sean's in I got it. Go ahead. Give it to him, Alejandro.
So in 16 games without Kyle Lowry, Jimmy had 4 triple-doubles and missed 2 more by 2 rebounds. That's Sean's report.
That is Brady. So that's Jim. So we go in and we know that Jimmy is going to be a triple-double threat. That's what we're expecting, right? Because even though he took that hit, he looks okay. I know we didn't like that fadeaway shot. So let's talk about Bam Adebayo. Because I feel like there's this undercurrent in Heat Twitter and Heat fans in general right now that really want to see more from Bam, and they're concerned because max guys are supposed to do more, etc. And I know the defensive stuff is there. So what do you think this does for Bam? Does he become more of a facilitator? Or is this now Jimmy getting Bam involved with intent? How do you see that playing out?
Yeah, I think there's a chance of kind of a little bit of both, where I think Bam becomes a little bit more of a facilitator. Kyle does unlock Bam in a lot of ways, but if you think back to the games Kyle's missed, the thing they always go to a little more, they worked it with PJ a little bit, they did it with Yurtseven a little bit, but they go to the post splits where they just kind of say, okay, we don't have a point guard on the floor. We have to work our offense through a different initiator, and that guy is kind of that big, and that's going to be Bam tonight. And the thing is, it's going to be right in that little elbow extended, right in the middle of under the wing. He's going to have an opportunity to pull Capella away from the rim. That's going to be good for these drivers like Jimmy. He's going to have to take advantage, though, of giving that jab step and driving down baseline, which we saw, I think, back to that last regular season game against the Hawks where he was doing that. He was kind of abusing that baseline. That's kind of like the downward slope of their defense in a lot of ways. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. I think it's going to be Bam facilitating, trying to score, at least hopefully, because that's kind of what can change this game. When you don't have your number one passer and point guard to set guys up, you need to switch things. They weren't able to in the second, last quarter and a half in the last game because you can't prepare for that. This game, they're ready, and I think it's going to be a lot of those two possibly taking advantage of their own lineups, which they already do because Tyler comes in for Jimmy anyway, but you're going to see them split up a bit just because they have to get other guys involved.
You think that this game slows to a crawl with no Kyle? This is going to be Brady. You and I are just going to have to. This is like 5 on the floor right here, y'all. You're getting an episode of 5 on the floor on the pregame show right now, y'all. Brady, do you think that they're going to slow down with Jimmy or not?
I think they're going to have to. If you look at the numbers, the pace goes down in general when Kyle's off the floor. I think Tyler generally likes to play a little bit faster. Specifically, it may sound crazy, but when he's in these away games and there's momentum building in the arena, he likes to get out and go and try to get a bucket. It's just kind of what he does. But there is an element of just Jimmy. He needs to control the pace. Like when you lose your point guard, as I keep saying, like that has to be the focus. I think Jimmy can. But I think this could be a big game. Like he had really good defensive moments. He had a really big game, 2 games at home. I think last game kind of threw people off a little bit just because he struggled. But he can do a good enough job at that position because they have so many initiators at other positions in the front court that I'm looking to him to have a pretty big game just because if he can create some spacing in that corner, just spacing guys away from the rim a little bit and just hitting that 3 early, that kind of changes everything. And then allows them basically to play whatever pace they want from there.
Yeah, I think only foul trouble or like 0 of 9 shooting in the second quarter would make Gabe Vincent play less than 34 minutes tonight. I think he's going to get a ton of run, and maybe I'm wrong, but I just think that that's going to be a guy that they stick with often. Jonathan, thank you for providing. Look at that. We are showing you the court live as we get set for game 4 of the Atlanta Hawks Miami Heat series. Jonathan, any final thoughts? I do have a prize pick I want to give the crew. I know that you got a lot of sound in the background, so I want to let you be able to sound off. Anything from the arena that you've seen, maybe during warm-ups, anything like that, guys out shooting early, or just generally the vibes up in that place?
So I saw Max Strus hit about 90% of his threes. I think he only missed 2 or 3 in his warm-ups. He was absolutely banging them home during warm-ups. Can't say the same for Dwayne Dedmon. He was absolutely garbage from downtown. Caleb was getting a couple shots in. I saw Oladipo warming up with Yurtseven. So that's kind of how everything I saw so far. Like I said, it's all red right here. They're doing the red arena or the shirts right now to kind of get a red out. So it's gonna be a good environment. It's gonna be a competitive environment. The Hawks have something to play for since they're not down 0-3. But I think it's gonna be a competitive game, and Jimmy's just gonna have to be the one to spearhead this thing. Without Lowry, we know we can't rely on Bam to be the alpha of this team. Jimmy's gonna have to be the one to control the pace and get the win.
And your prediction?
I'm going to take the Heat. I think it's going to be a tight game all the way down. I think we see a lot of lead changes, a lot of adjustments from both teams, but I think Miami gets it done to the end. I think the late game execution last game was something we didn't expect to have, especially after going on a 21-0 run. I think this time we make a better play down the stretch, just like what he did to PJ instead of what he did instead of the end of the game, the fadeaway 3. So I think late game execution is going to be a lot better this game. I think the Heat get it done.
That's what's up. Thank you for the live reports from the arena. That's super dope. We've got you covered, Heat fans. We have got you covered on the road. That's what's up here at 5 Reasons Sports Network. That's Jonathan Romlikin. Follow him at 3-Piece Combo on Twitter. Brady, you're usually good at this, like, player that's gonna come off the bench and have a good night. Like you like maybe you're not batting 100%, but like you're good at it. Who's coming off the bench tonight and we're gonna be like, whoa?
The thing is, I usually say a specific player. I personally feel like it's not going to be one guy. That I think the story tonight, when we're doing the pod after this game, it's going to be shooters in general. Just like the Hawks were kind of last game. The reason they won that game was because of collective shooting. I think this is a game you walk away from where Max, Gabe, Duncan, they kind of all give you a little bit just to kind of put you in a decent position. And people are kind of feeling a different way because you look at the injury report before this game, you see Kyle's out, you see Capella's in. I think this is going to go in a different direction. I see Miami pulling away kind of in that third quarter range. Like, I think this is a game where they come in stupidly locked in, specifically Jimmy. And I think that the shooters just kind of have enough for them to pull away because that's the difference. We talked about before this series. This is a really bad defense when you move the ball, when you use more perimeter play. And will you just kill them with shooting and force them to rotate? That's what they're going to have to do with no point guard. They're going to have to move the ball on the perimeter, cutting, and all that type of different stuff that I think it's just going to come down to shooting. I think they get out early, and I think they kind of pull away in the third. And I think if I'm going to say one player, and I know a lot of people would like this, I think it is Oladipo, because I think there's a component in the second half where we do see him, and there's an element that he's facing Capella, as I said with Tyler, with the pull-up. One of the main things that we could talk about from that Orlando game, from that 40 piece, was that his pull-up shooting looked really good. Out of the high pick and rolls, he was just pulling up from 3 to mid-range. There's going to be open space in there in this game that if he gets some run, that's where I'm kind of looking. Just putting the ball in his hands and just letting him run some pick and rolls, just see how it looks.
Yeah, and you talk about, you know, some of the mid-range and just pull-up stuff in general. It really, and I know he was playing against, I think you made this comment, Brady, and it made me laugh, the Lakeland Magic or whatever it was that he was playing on that final night of the season, but it opened up things to get him to the basket, and they may need some of that. So all y'all Heat fans out there who think that I'm against Oladipo playing, that's not what it is. I just don't think that it's going to be option 1 or maybe even 2. So a couple more things, then we're going to wrap. Jimmy Butler's at 6 assists on PrizePicks. Use the code 5 to double your initial deposit up to $100. This is a no-brainer. Like, PrizePicks is super dope around the playoffs. You can do flex plays, power plays. I have Jimmy Butler over 6 assists, Tyler Hero over 17.5 points, and I like Bam over 3.5 assists as more of a facilitator. Those are all picks I'm giving you, hand-fed, spoon-fed, as we get set for this game. I've got the Heat in this one. Y'all know that that's where I was going to go anyway, but I said this in a other chat, and I'm going to end with it. To me, this is seeing how the Heat respond to adversity. This is not a series that's at risk. That's not where I'm at mentally. That's not the headspace I'm in. This is to see how they've had this next man up thing work all year. That's how they got through the regular season, how they got the 1 seed. So, like, why would it not continue to work now, I guess, is the question. And maybe we're about to find out. So I'm not worried, y'all. And as I always say, they're fine. And I think the Heat are going to get this one. Alejandro, how the hell are you feeling for this game?
I think I was the only one who said they were going to sweep him. So I feel the same way. Miami Heat. That's it.
You and I are always consistent because we always pick the Heat because and Brady too. Maybe twice or 3 times he's gone against it, but not often. Thank you for joining us. Alejandro is going to be running point guard on a hangout here throughout the entire game for the most part. I don't want to overspeak and overpromise.
For the whole game. We'll be here.
Awesome. And so, you know, he'll be taking you through with you know, his commentary and, you know, kind of keeping you updated on the plays and stuff like that. Super fun. We get a lot of engagement on the channel, so make sure to check that out. Well, Brady and I will have you covered on 5 on the Floor after the game. Ethan and Alex will be on the press conferences, so you'll get all that information from them. Post Up 5R, I'm sure, is going. I didn't hear who exactly was going to be on tonight, but I know that they're going to be going. So we got you covered here at 5 Reasons Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. Again, shout out to Mark Brown, PA, PrizePicks, and Biscayne Bay Brewing, and let's go Heat.
All right, let's continue now listening to Eric Spoelstra and what he said about Game 4 of this series.
Was there any chance, or were the hamstrings just too young to come back?
Yeah, you have to be smart about it. You know, the training staff determined that he was going to play tonight, and we have everybody else available, and that's what we're focused on right now. You know, Kyle.
The experience you've had, obviously you didn't want to play all the games about Kyle during the season, but the experience, like you mentioned yesterday, you gained with him out, and you always tell us about that. How helpful does that now prove to be in such a significant situation?
Your confidence as a group, everybody in the locker room, that even when situations are not, perfectly ideal, and nothing is ideal in the playoffs, you like to have things that you trust that you've seen, and we've seen it. Gabe has been able to plug in and stabilize, and also give us some really good two-way basketball, and we have full confidence that he'll be able to fill in that gap and that position in a different way. He's not going to be Kyle, and then we'll have to get some, contributions from other guys. But we've, proven as a group that we can still be functional and effective, even when different guys are out.
Gabe will start in his place again.
We'll find out. But he's going to play a lot. I do not know. That's good. Efficient. Okay, thanks.
All right, now let's listen to Nate McMillan, head coach for the Atlanta Hawks. Here we go.
Hey, Coach, any adjustments you hope to see from your team tonight?
Well, I think, each game, the intensity is going to go up. We're going to have to raise our level of intensity. I think the big key with in the next game is controlling your emotions. We want to come out with that energy, that urgency, but it's going to be an emotional game. And we're going to have to be able to get ourselves back to calm, officiating, no calls, not making a shot, turning the ball over. All of that can't be a distraction. You got to get to the next play in games like this.
Hey, they took 45 threes last game. Too high a number for your liking? What's your reaction to that?
They took. Yeah, well, I mean, they're going to take what we give them. I thought our pressure was a little better on the ball. We're going to need to continue to do that, and they will take the opportunities that they get. I thought we had some good contests on some of their shots on the perimeter. We can't control that. They have shooters that they are looking for the 3-point ball. So really, it's we can control that and do a better job at contesting those shots if we contain the basketball. If the ball is breaking us down and getting into the paint where we're forced to collapse and help, they do a good job of kicking the ball to the corner. They look for that. One of the best in the league at corner threes. So it starts with us controlling the ball. We have to do a good job of controlling the basketball.
Hey, what's going on, Nate? It looked like Trey made a concerted effort to not force the issue and try to get his teammates involved, maybe trust in them a little bit more in the last game. Is that something that happened organically, or is it something like a concerted effort on your side to try to get others involved and before he maybe takes over towards the end of the game?
No, Trey, smart kid. He looked at the game, the first two games, and saw what the defense was doing, how they was trying to play him and what they were giving up. And he was making his reads out on the floor, which is what, he has to do. So, it's a matter of watching film and, seeing what the defense is giving up and how you can, hurt them as far as how they're guarding you. So, I thought he did a good job of allowing the game to come to him and, making his reads.
Nate, you obviously stuck with that second unit in the end of the game. Is there something that you saw that made you decide to let them just ride it on out? And if so, is that something you're looking for early in the first half?
Yeah, well, they had a good rhythm, and I liked the flow that we had. I thought defensively we were able to guard them out there. The big thing was a small lineup. We needed to rebound the basketball, and we was doing that. I thought as a group, they did a good job of rebounding the basketball, but defending offensively, we had a flow with those four guards being out there. So basically, it's a flow. You kind of feel the rhythm of the game and what's working for you. And we stuck with that. We stuck with Onyeka. Basically, Bogey was playing the 4 position with DeLon, Kevin, and Trey out there. And it's not a lineup that we have definitely not a lineup we finished with, but it was working, so we stuck with it.
Nate, is Clint available tonight, and will he play, and will he start?
Clint was a game time decision.
I was going to ask that question, but I guess I'll ask about the crowd. Naturally, the energy in Game 3 seemed like it was pretty high. I mean, how much energy do you think that your team feeds off of this crowd, and how important do you think it is tonight?
Absolutely, you feed off the energy of the crowd. Our crowd has been great all season long. We play good basketball here. So when we're playing as we did in the last game, and we're making plays and we're getting stops, and we're making plays and we're getting stops, that's going to put energy in the building. And as I've said to you guys, that's up to us. Our crowd is going to be there for us. They're there for us, but we got to give them something to get excited about. And we'll expect that same thing tonight.
On Zoom, we'll go to Zach Klein.
Hey, Nate, if Lowry can't go or is limited, how do you think it affects the Heat?
Well, they've played without Lowry a few times this season, and there are a few ways they can go with him out of the lineup. And, we'll see if that's the case, if he's not available tonight, how they will go. But they played without him before. Butler can play that point position. Hero can play it. Vincent can come in and play that position. So there's a few ways that they can go if he's not available tonight.
All right, that was Nate McMillan. Thank you to the Atlanta head coach. The Denver Nuggets just beat the Golden State Warriors, so that series is 3-1 now. The Denver Nuggets avoid elimination today. 126 to 121 is the final score in that game. We're gonna get you guys ready for tonight's game, listening to an episode of 5 on the Floor. Thank you to all of you that are commenting here. I'm gonna go through them as the episode plays here. We're gonna get ready, and then we have the Hangout. We're gonna be doing it here as well later tonight. The Atlanta Hawks versus the Miami Heat Hangout is gonna be here in this broadcast, so stay with us all throughout the game, and let's be commenting the game from the beginning on up until the end before we turn it up for their friends on the post-up show. So let's continue with our pregame show tonight, and let's go ahead now and play an episode of 5 on the Floor. Thank you to all of you that are here today. It's fun when we do this. I know we love it. It's playoffs, so why not? Let's continue this trend, and let's listen now to the episode of 5 on the Floor. Here we go.
Welcome to the latest episode of 5 on the Floor on the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Thanks for joining us on your favorite podcast app. We're on Podbean, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We're also on Dash Radio on their Nothing But Net channel every single weeknight at 7 p.m. Also, check us out on 5 Reasons YouTube before Floor, an hour before every game. Post up 5R actually as we speak. That's going on right now. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. You'll get all of our content throughout the week on all the South Florida teams. You can also find written content on the South Florida teams at 5reasonsports.com. Spell that one out. That does not have a paywall. Also, check out the great sponsors of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. So many of our sponsors are here and local. That includes CPT of South Florida, which has been providing small and medium businesses with the technology they need for decades. They specialize in cloud hosted phone systems and managed IT. Reach out to TJ. Again, you'll deal with the owner manager here, not with a salesperson. Reach out to TJ. He'll give you the promotion. He mentioned 5 Reasons, 25% off cloud phone service, including free phones and the first 2 months of service free. Again, deal with an owner, not a sales rep. TJ can be reached at 954-966-2766. That's 954-966-2766. Or just browse the site, cpt-florida.com. Again, you need a cloud phone system so you can work from anywhere on any device. So again, it's CPT of South Florida. You can find them at cpt-florida.com. And now, tonight's episode.
Yeah, 5 on the floor, ride for my dogs. Where here's the thing, you can check the score. Hustle hard, couple scars, wearing bubble frogs. Just like Butler said, you in trouble, y'all. Kept the floor playing, got it all band. Y'all seen the block, stop with one hand. And Pat we trust, it's power, have the guts. We're here to bring the heat, y'all can hang it up.
Welcome to 5 on the Floor, a daily insider show on the Miami Heat and the NBA, featuring Ethan Skolnick, Greg Sylvander, and Alex Toledo, plus others from the 5 Reasons Sports Network.
All right, Ethan Skolnick back on 5 on the Floor. Here's tonight's floor plan. I got Greg Sylvander. You can find him at Greg Sylvander on Twitter. You can also find Brady Hawk at Brady Hawk 305 on Twitter. The Miami Heat lose at the buzzer tonight. Weird game that followed a lot of the script that we thought it might follow, where Atlanta sort of came out stronger. That was something that was anticipated in game 3. Miami took control of this game with kind of a masterclass third quarter from PJ Tucker and Bam Adebayo defensively. They got scoring from Butler in the first. They got scoring from Hero in the second. And they got Max Strus having his best game of the series. But they also got a Kyle Lowry injury that we don't believe is serious. We'll talk more about that later, but that kept him out of the fourth quarter. And they got back to the same problems that they've had over and over that we've discussed during the season. We said was going to cost them a game at some point. Let's hope for their sake it's only one, which is that down the stretch, particularly without Kyle Lowry, they don't know where to go with the damn ball, okay? And this happened at the end of the game again, and it turned into Jimmy Butler taking 2 contested fall-away shots at the end, a consistent problem throughout this season. Wasn't just him, though. Tyler Hero, wasn't great in the fourth quarter. Gabe Vincent was kind of unplayable tonight, which was a bit of a concern, which was one of the reasons they didn't go with a point guard late, other than putting Gabe in on defense. But Brady, I'll start with you tonight because we've discussed the sort of the late game issues and whether it was going to get them. What happened?
Well, I think for one, it was a lot of the things that we've talked about. And I think a lot of that was patched up because they spaced out a lot more in their lineups before when they had Kyle Lowry. They didn't have PJ Tucker closing a lot of these games offensively. And when you don't have Kyle Lowry out there, you put the ball in the hands of Jimmy and it ends up kind of in those jumpers. I said before that final play, I was like, this is probably going to be a Jimmy jumper, but it really shouldn't be. Like, there has to be a play they can get to where they either, if they want to get the ball in the hands of Jimmy, this is something we've talked about, get the ball in the hands of Jimmy because you have 4 seconds. So you don't have 1.4. You have 4.4 seconds. Get the ball in the hands of Jimmy. Try to make a play with him as a driver. If they want to double, then you kind of have a Bam or somebody to slip and try to just get somebody in the middle of the floor to try to hit a shot when you're only down 1. But my biggest problem wasn't the final shot because honestly, I saw that coming in a lot of ways. My bigger problem was the play before that, not the Trae Young floater, the one before the Trae Young floater where they forced a miss. Now they have the ball. They kind of have control of the end of the game. It looks like everything's looking good. Now they're kind of just going through the motions, waiting until there's 6 seconds on the clock to try to create something. And then it's Jimmy Butler with a wild fadeaway contested mid-range jumper right inside the 3-point line that allows Trae Young to go in the other direction. So that's what led to this. Like, in my opinion, it's just not the inbound that should be talked about. It should be that. That's the late game offense that's problematic. That when I think this team plays for the shot clock too often. Like, they don't play for the best shot. They just say, okay, we're going to create when there's 6 seconds left and we're just going to get whatever comes. Like, if there's a good shot, especially if you're known to be a team that is not great late game, if there's a shot with 12 seconds on the shot clock and you have an open lane, take that shot. And then you go and play defense that you revolve your team around up 3 points. Like, so that kind of stood out to me. Like, Jimmy Butler had good moments in this game, but just the late game stuff when Kyle Lowry's not on the floor, like, it definitely stands out. And I think also I do want to say Tyler Hero should probably have the ball there in that inbound. Like, I don't think that's crazy to say either, even though Jimmy hit a pretty wild fadeaway three in that corner to get them in that position. 4 seconds left, down 1, Tyler Hero needs the ball right there.
I couldn't agree more. I think that there's a couple things. I'm glad that you fast tracked right to the end of the game, because if you look at overall throughout the game, the Heat got up 13 more field goal attempts. They shot 45 threes. They need to chill. They out rebounded Atlanta by 9. So there's a lot of things that point to the Heat having some advantages. And to your point, it's like they stopped running offense late. And I think that we are approaching the time where it doesn't need to be that they hand the keys to Tyler every possession late. But I think just the element of surprise, like on the broadcast, I think it was JJ Redick who started out as they were coming out of the timeout saying, well, this is going to Jimmy Butler. Well, we all knew that. Well, how about Jimmy Butler doesn't take that same fadeaway shot, kind of falling out of bounds? It just wasn't a good shot. And I just feel like that there's probably an out of timeout set that you could run to get anyone a clearer look than that was. And I just feel like time and time again, we see this, and I don't know if it's more Spo just saying, give it to Jimmy and get out of the way, or if it's Jimmy kind of doing that on his own as the play develops.
I'm not stunned that it happened the game after Jimmy had 45. I feel like that plays into this. And it's funny because we were texting during the game, and there's a lot of stuff to get to in this game that was interesting. And we are going to get to it after the break, but we did want to start at the end because the end is what matters. These are playoff games. And we talked about this, like it's going to cost them eventually. Okay. But we talked about it. Jimmy was a little after the first quarter, and after obviously early, he was kind of passive for stretches of this game, but it doesn't matter how passive he is. He's going to grab the reins at the end. And you're right. We don't really know 100% whether it's him or whether it's Spoelstra just deferring to him. And it's like the old Wade thing, and I'll live and die with Dwayne Wade at the end of the game. And even when he said the other day, Dwayne, Jimmy has a lot of those Dwayne qualities. Spo looks at Jimmy like that. But there were other issues here, though. And I'm with both of you guys on both of those two shots, and particularly the penultimate shot, the second to last one. But the other issues here are, they can't get into offense without Kyle in these situations. So it doesn't seem to matter who it is. Tyler was a little loose with the ball again at times in the fourth quarter, which makes it harder to turn it over to him. Gabe was bad tonight. We just got to acknowledge that. Like, he was not good. Like, as good as he was in game 2, he was that bad tonight. He was kind of unplayable offensively. It wasn't just the shooting. And so I know what's happening here, and because it was already happening, play Oladipo, but you're not putting Vic in that situation, in that spot. Okay. It's not going to happen. So, the option was to get space. Strus was the guy, not Robinson, that was going well tonight. So he was going to play there. But you're right, Brady. It's a weird thing with PJ, because PJ to me was their best player tonight. I mean, PJ turned the game around in the third quarter. He also made the critical 3 from the corner, which put them ahead. So I'm not going to be critical of PJ Tucker tonight. They wouldn't have been in this game without him. But you're right. Down the stretch of these games, he's not the ideal option to have out there. It just gives you one fewer guy that can create something. And then, we have to acknowledge also, and I will do more of this in the second part of the episode, there's no reason to count on Bam offensively in this series. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He's not looking for it. They're not looking for him. He's not looking for it. So you weren't really going to run hero Bam pick and roll there, like getting Bam involved in the action. Like, I don't feel like that was going to go anywhere anyway. Right. So, again, I hate the Jimmy Butler fadeaways in those situations, but I also say, what were the options? Like, they weren't really running anything, Brady, that was going to work.
Yeah, I think Tyler is kind of the answer to that, like that he is the option. But I will say, for one, PJ Tucker was the best player probably for them tonight, and that should be said first. But when there's 4 seconds left, I don't really see the reason to put him in there. Like, I understand before that because he had it going. He had some crucial offensive rebounds. You could do some other stuff with him. But when there's 4 seconds left and he's not a movement shooter, they're going to dip up off of him, and they could probably double Jimmy like they kind of did. I have to rewatch that play again, but there's different things you can do there that it just makes it a lot harder. And I think about Jimmy, it's also there was a play before that, thinking about the PJ Tucker corner 3 that kind of put them up 1. Jimmy drives to the middle of the lane. They doubled Jimmy because Bogdanovich kind of crossed over to double and wait for him by the rim. He swoops in, kicks it out to PJ. BJ, it's the 3. That's when everything works, is when we've talked about this so many times. When it gets into those late game possessions or later game possessions, they don't go to the driving kicks. It's okay. It's just drive. There's no kick. And when there is a kick, it's a drive again and there's no kick. So it's a little bit weird. I don't really know what they could have done, as you said, because Lowry being out changes things, not just as a setup guy, but the thing we talked about is that you mentioned the hero Bam pick and roll. The thing that's worked all series is the Jimmy Lowry pick and roll, because there's just advantages there, as we've talked about. They didn't have an action to really go to. Like, you could go to the Jimmy Bam, but they can go under that screen. The Tyler Jimmy pick and roll is not really a thing you want to go to in that part of the game, because you mentioned Tyler's a little loose with the ball. You're not going to make him try to hit the roller. I think you use him as a scorer, but they just didn't have many options. That Kyle trying to changes that. But either way, there was just some questionable things there that I think we're going to have conversations about all along this playoff run, that there's going to be points when we can talk about having a complete team, complete defense, complete things, but there's going to be points where they don't have a complete closer that you trust with 4 seconds left down 1. And that's just the way it is.
All right, we're going to pivot next after the break to the defense because they played sublime defense for like an 8-minute stretch, but didn't get stops at the end of the game. So I don't want to focus just on the offense here. They gave up too much to Atlanta tonight, ultimately. We'll talk about that. And also we'll get into the ramifications for the series as a whole, because, I mean, let's just acknowledge it. Whatever you think of the Atlanta Hawks, it's a series now. It's 2-1. And, that's, you wanted to be closing this thing out because it looks like Philadelphia may close their thing out. Before we move forward, though, I want to tell you about a great sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Our friends over at U-Brake Wheel Fix, the wheel repair, refinish, and custom wheel specialist. They offer the big 3 of all your car wheel needs with over 20 years of experience. They're based for now in North Miami. They're going to be moving to a bigger facility, but right now they're at Biscayne and Northeast 146th Street. You can find them on Instagram and Facebook at U-Brake Wheel Fix. That's the letter U, Brake Wheel Fix, or ubrakewheelfix.com. They can do the custom wheels for you with all your favorite brands, and they offer no credit check financing up to $5,000 for a new set of wheels. As I always say, mention 5 Reasons. You will get a discount. The phone number is 305-748-0112. That's 305-748-0112. ubrakewheelfix.com. Say hello to Mark and everybody down there. And again, get yourself a discount, changing the way that you see wheels. Let's get to the defense, guys, because look, they were down in this game and then they just, full clamps there. Tucker and Bam in particular defense. And that's why I don't want to, get into like the whole thing again about whether Bam is getting over COVID. Defensively, he looks great. So it's just aggressiveness and, usage on offense at this point. But the two of them were unbelievable. PJ Tucker on Trae Young tonight was outrageous. But they couldn't get stops at the end. They had their core group out there. I thought Max played pretty good defense for most of the game too. There was the one kind of, he's going to get foul calls on him when he's guarding Trae. It's just going to happen. There was the one cheap call down by the right sideline that didn't look like a foul at all to me. But Trae's going to get some of those. But look, they did the number on Trae again. Like, he didn't hurt them. Bogdanovich hurt them. DeLon Wright hurt them at times during the game tonight. If you were to say nothing from very little from Trae, from a field goal perspective, he had 5 field goals, I think. John Collins didn't give him anything offensively. And they still, what did they end up with? 109, 111. I haven't checked the final score. They scored enough to win this game. What went on? We'll go to you first in this break. What went on defensively down the stretch of the game?
Well, I want to say that, it should be said that a loss shouldn't change the fact that there are good things that can happen. Like, if Trae Young misses that floater, we're sitting here talking about how great their defense was in this game, because it was. PJ Tucker, I had that one play in my mind where Trae Young just keeps trying to cross him and he's just staying there and he keeps turning his body because his feet are just so quick for his size, that he did a good job on. Bam sent that one double that ended up, he dove forward and went out of bounds and ended up staying with them. But there was good moments they had on Trae Young. The one thing I said on yesterday's Floor is Yours and today's Before Floor was that if Atlanta won this game in game 3, it wasn't going to be because Trae Young had 40 or he had a big game. It was going to be because the shooters collectively played well. And that's what happened here. Like, they have to deal with Trae Young so much. He still puts so much pressure on your defense that a Bogdanovich can go 4 of 9 from 3 and 7 of 17 from the field, which I thought he controlled things well, where he was getting to, if he had Tyler on his back, he was able to get in the post and he had that one bank shot early. They had Hunter, who had, I think, of that face up he had early where he was just pulling it. Like, they were not, it wasn't even like, in my head at halftime when I looked at the stat sheet, I was like, they have to be out shooting them crazily from 3. They weren't. I think they had like 5 threes made at the half, but it was just because they were kind of controlling the mid-range in general, that it wasn't just the 3 ball, but particularly late. I don't even think they did a terrible job. That one run they had wasn't exactly late, but that one, I think it was 21-7 run they went on. It's just the way it is. Like, there was plenty of those shots. The one Bogdanovich 3, Bam's in his face. The other one, I think it was Bogdanovich as well. Jimmy jumped out at him. They're just tough shots that guys are hitting. If you're not able to match it, there's second-rate offense in the league this season for a reason. Like, just because they struggled in the first 2 games doesn't really mean much. But I think they did a good job on Trae Young. I think they need to clean some stuff up on rotations and just closeouts in general, because there were some moments there. I think of the one where Tyler and Bam flew out to the same guy on the left wing and ended up in a corner three. Like that type of stuff just can't happen, specifically if you're this good of a defense.
I mean, nobody's really getting hunted. I mean, they're not. I mean, they're protecting guys for the most part. There doesn't. I mean, again, Strus is held up. Defensive rating's a flawed stat, but he came into the game with the best defensive rating on the team through 2 games, and I thought he was fine tonight. I thought Duncan struggled defensively at times, and we didn't see a lot of Duncan in the second half, and they went to Martin for a little bit. But Greg, I think that's the one positive takeaway tonight is that they showed again that they can, when they lock in defensively, you're not scoring against them. And I believe if Kyle finishes this game, they win this game. But I don't want to look past what actually happened in reality. But defensively, Greg, they were fine.
Yeah, and it was really spearheaded by that stretch in the third quarter, because if you look at the percentages, the way that Atlanta finished the game, they had been below 30% three-point shooting in the first 2. I think the first game may have been like 27% from 3. And they got up around 37-38 tonight, which would basically lead the league. So they got that right. And then they shot over 50% as well. So while they had that stretch where the Heat created separation in the third quarter, I think that then you saw Trae, get a few easy buckets, not easy buckets, but that floater, et cetera, where he's now 6 of 14 for the game. It doesn't look as bad as some of the other shooting nights that he's had. So it's just funny how these lightning in a bottle, quick stretches, that 21-7 run that Brady alluded to earlier kind of made the defense not look as good as it did for spurts in the third quarter. And I think, like Ethan, you touched on this, like that the Heat likely wouldn't have squandered that lead had Kyle been on the floor. And I couldn't agree more. Like that's the kind of thing where Kyle getting to settle them down and getting them into offense is something that they just didn't have. And I think that as we look forward to Sunday in game 4 and going forward, Kyle's availability in the short term is going to be something that we're really going to need to watch, because if he's not available, it changes the math on this series in terms of what Miami's going to do offensively, because of just like when the avalanche of threes come or the runs happen, how do you get the team settled? Who does that? Who is the quarterback, etc.
And that's why I said before the game, don't play with your food, because you don't want to end up in a situation here where you got to play more games than you need to. And now all of a sudden you've got an adjustment that you got to make that potentially that's a critical adjustment. You're playing in less than 48 hours now. And, this is, instead of a situation where you're up 3-0 and you basically could have told Kyle, take it off regardless, and we'll deal with it. Now you need a different plan. We're going to talk about what that plan might be if Kyle's out, and we don't have information that he's out. He was back on the bench. Our information is that the injury is not serious, but you don't know. He's in his mid-30s. You don't know what swells overnight. We believe it's an ankle. They described it as a leg injury, but we'll.
Wait, I just wanted to cut you off and say that Spo said after the game that all we know right now is that it's a hamstring. I do not know the severity of it. We will find out more tomorrow. So
wow, it's a hammy. Okay, well that's a different situation, and we've seen
that's much more delicate, Ethan. Like a re-injury on a hamstring can happen so quickly, so they're going to be careful here.
So, all right, so let's discuss it. What are they going to do next? All right, before we do, we want to tell you about another great sponsor, the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Brady's appearances here on 5 on the Floor, sponsored by our friend Eric Rubenstein. You can find him on Instagram at Ask About Me, I Got You. That's Ask About Me, I Got You. He's a personal injury attorney. He's from down here in South Florida, went to St. Thomas University. If you've got a slip and fall, if you got a car accident, medical malpractice, he can handle all that stuff for you. He's got, again, more on his IG page, which explains the kind of work that he does. Eric, also a huge Miami sports fan. And like I said, just check out the IG page because it's entertaining. But he works really, really hard for his clients. He grew up in a personal injury law family. The law office, again, of Eric Matthew Rubenstein specializes in personal injury law, car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and more. You can reach out to him at 954-829-ERIC. That's 954-829-ERIC. Eric, E-R-I-C, not spelled like the Spoelstra way, but E-R-I-C, or again at Ask About Me, I Got You on Instagram. I love it because Eric's told me what his position was. And he quantifies himself as a stretch 4, which he's built a little bit like PJ Tucker. So I'll get into that with Eric the next time that I see him. All right. So what next? I mean, it's a series. I don't know that it's a particularly stressful situation because you still got a 1-game lead. You still got games 5 and 7 coming back home, but you do have Philadelphia on the other side of the bracket at 3-0 in their series against Toronto. They're dealing with their own injury now in Embiid, which looks like a pain management issue, but you never know how that's going to work. But let's look at it this way, Brady. Let's say Lowry can't go on Sunday. The default move has been to play Gabe Vincent as a starter. I would anticipate that would stay the same. Does that mean we're going to see Victor Oladipo?
I think it does. And I haven't been one of the people that's kind of been on that wave of saying that would be next up, specifically because I thought Caleb Martin would be playing in this rotation fully healthy before the series. But I think a lot of the things we saw in this game without Kyle Lowry is that they need an extra creator. And Victor Oladipo can provide that. I think the other day at practice, Eric Spoelstra just said there's going to be positions where Oladipo and Morris can be used. And I think that's true. And I think this is that instance. I don't think Oladipo's shown that he can drop 40, that it is not a problem with him as a player. We've talked about it, that it's more of a fit thing. They have enough creators. The role players fit in well with the guys they have around them. But when you're without Kyle Lowry, that changes the equation a lot. That I think Gabe kind of plugs in there. I think they probably roll Tyler, Depot. Maybe if they want to go a little bit more defense, maybe they go Caleb over Duncan, as we saw a little bit tonight for a quick stretch. They end up bringing Duncan back in anyway. But I think that would be interesting because I know it's early, but I can't see Lowry playing Sunday, if I could be completely honest, in my opinion, just because that's the way hamstrings are. Like, it's just hard. I know he's going to push the play, but with a hamstring, just hop right back into a game 4. It's just hard to see that. And I think you're also unwilling to totally make that push when you have a guy in Victor Oladipo, a former All-Star, number 2 overall pick, that's sitting there, that's waiting to be used. I think he can be useful, but then not to look too far ahead, but I know it's going to happen. If that does happen, he has a big game, and then it's all rotation talk all over again. But either way, I do think that's kind of the next man up.
I mean, the fans want it, Greg. Not that that's the reason they're going to do it, but I mean, this is why you were getting him ready, right? Like, I mean,
no, that's true. I still don't know that Lowry being out is going to mean that Oladipo slides in, and maybe I'll be totally wrong, but I just don't know that that's the guy that replicates anything that Kyle does. So I think they're going to have to get more creative than that. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll just transfer the ball handling and facilitating duties to others, get Depot on the ball more and do things that way. But I think that this is something where you kind of got to Band-Aid it for now. And it's going to mean more Jimmy and Tyler handling. And maybe that'll be a good thing for Tyler because he looked better tonight, sharper tonight in certain respects. And I agree with Brady. Like, this is the thing. The early indications, the text message I got was, that they don't think it's serious. But that's the thing with these hamstrings. It's like, you don't know how you wake up tomorrow, and you don't know how it responds the minute you start running full speed or something like that. So, like, while not being serious now, it doesn't mean that I think he'll be necessarily ready to go Sunday, and they're going to be cautious because of the risk of re-injury is kind of how I'm absorbing that, with no intel further than what we got during the broadcast.
Well, the one positive here is they had a significant winning record with Gabe Vincent as a starter this year. So they have played this way. They've played without Kyle. The problems without Kyle have not been starts to games. They've been the closes of games. That's really the issue. Like, Gabe starting is fine. They'll be fine with Gabe as a starter. The problem is how you get through the final 4 to 5 minutes. Because if you're not going to have Gabe playing those minutes, that means, again, we're going to have this same conversation if the game is close about Jimmy or Tyler at the end and who has the ball and who doesn't. And it still feels to me in a lot of ways, as much as there's been improvement and as much as we've talked about, the Jimmy Tyler pick and roll and all the rest of this stuff, that they're taking turns in those situations. It's not fluid. It's one or the other. And I think for Heat fans liking, it's maybe too much Jimmy, but they've got to figure, if they're going to win a championship this year, for all the other stuff we've talked about, this has been issue number one. They have to figure out a way to close these games, and they have not been able to do it without Kyle Lowry this year. Even if Kyle's not handling, it's just his presence on the floor as a release valve, as someone to settle them. When he's not there, it's just like everybody's running free, or they're standing alone free, okay, is what they're doing. And there's no rhythm to it. There's no functionality to it. And we saw that again tonight. So it's the close of the game I'm concerned about. It's not the start. I do think we're going to see Vic. I think we're going to see Vic if Kyle doesn't start, for small parts of the game, probably when Jimmy's not in. It's not because they don't like each other. It's just because of duplication. I think you'll see Vic in there maybe with Tyler to create some actions and take some of the burden off of Tyler. I don't think you'll see Vic at the end of the game. At the end of the game, they're going to have to solve this. Jimmy and Tyler, they have to solve it. I've given up on Bam being a part of this at the end. It's just until I see it consistently. It's just
not this series.
It's not happening. It's just not happening. And I know we wanted it to happen, but it's just not happening. All right. Thanks to our sponsors, YouBreakWheelFix.com, CPT-Florida.com. Our friend Eric Rubenstein. Find him at Ask About Me. I got you. We'll do some kind of an episode on Saturday leading into Sunday. Also, we do have a watch party. We're not canceling it. I know this is going to upset people. It's a Quarterdeck and Davy on Sunday night. We'll be out there starting at about 6:30. So, I mean, it's not our fault.
Blame me. All of our listeners, I
Yes.
know you saw me on Twitter being very sarcastic tonight. Blame me. Don't blame Ethan. No jinx, BS. Come
Yeah.
to me. It's okay. I can take it.
There you go. All right. We got the guts. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the 5 on the
All right, here we go. We're getting ready to watch the fourth game of the series, the Miami Heat facing the Atlanta Hawks here in a couple of minutes. That should be starting. The guys are warming up right now, so not a 7 p.m. start as we thought it would be. We're used to it. We know they never start on time. So thank you to all of you that are here, that have been sending your comments. I love it. I mean, it's been like 300 comments already. So here we go. Is Vic gonna play? No. So here we have the 5 guys that are starting today for the Miami Heat are Gabe Vincent. He's gonna be in for Kyle Lowry, Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, PJ Tucker, and Bam Adebayo. That's the starting 5 for the Miami Heat right now. For all of you that are just getting here to the pregame show, we are turning now into the Miami Heat versus Atlanta Hawks 5 Reasons Hangout. Thank you very much to all of you that are joining us so far. We're waiting for the teams to get ready. I mean, it's 7:04, and they're not ready yet, so we're gonna be waiting for it to start here in a second. So in the meantime, what we're going to do, we're going to play some of the press conferences from the last couple of games, and we'll be back as soon as the game is going to start. We're going to be back with you guys. So let's see who we have here. Or no, let's do something more fun. So we have a little bit of fun here in the pregame show. Let's play the analysis from our friend Brady Hawk about the late game offense in game 2 for the Miami Heat. So let's do that while we wait for the game to start. Shall we? Here we go. Brady, floor's yours.
Clearly, we have some things we need to talk about real quick. After game 3, Heat Hawks, late game offense comes up again. A lot of it has to do with no Kyle Lowry, just because we've seen it kind of be patched up at times when they can go to him. This game, not an option because he went out with that hamstring injury. It was just called by Eric Spoelstra. But I'm going to go through 3 of the final offensive possessions for Miami. I'm going to work backwards because there was kind of some stuff to hit on from this in a negative way. But there was one play that kind of showcases what they need to be doing overall. First play, inbound, that we all know that we saw. The interesting thing is we're going to see right here at the beginning, it's a Bam pin down for Jimmy, meaning that was the play call here. It was to get Jimmy the basketball. which is not saying is a bad call to get Jimmy the basketball, but getting Jimmy the basketball and leading to a fadeaway three isn't the play. You either catch, go to the basket, work maybe a slip for Bam, and that you live with that result. But this, as I play it right now, getting the ball in the inbound, working it, looking, fading, that's not ideal. The other things about this, as I go back one more time, PJ Tucker played an amazing game. Third quarter, just absolutely dominated, allowed them to kind of get on a run and get up in this game. But when there's 4 seconds left and he's not really a movement shooter and you know he's going to just be sitting in the corner, a defense can kind of plan around that in a lot of ways. And if you're going to move him down to the dunker spot, Bam's already in that spot, just clogs the lane even more. I'm just not totally sure about that call overall to put PJ on the floor and kind of limit things already as it is. So now PJ sitting in that corner, it allows them to basically 3 guys run up at Jimmy. First of all, if they were paying attention and weren't worried about kind of holding the basketball, the idealist thing right here was 3 fly up is to try and maybe hit Bam or PJ immediately. They don't. They recover back. They slide back. PJ sliding over to try to give Jimmy a lane doesn't really work because now PJ sliding over means Werther can kind of just sit there and double if he likes. Now he doubles all the way out and it's a contested 3. That just can't be. It's just a lot worse than there has to be a look. And specifically, you want Tyler Hero to get the ball there, I think. But when you're down 1, that just can't be the product of that play. Now, the play before that, this one seems to be more important in my opinion. Like before that play, I think everybody on Twitter probably could have predicted what was coming on that final play with 4 seconds left. But right here, this is problematic for me even more so because now the Heat just get a stop. They're up 1. Now is the go time. You just got to get a bucket, go defend on the other end, and just get out of this game somehow. Jimmy Butler gets the rebound. He's going to dribble down. He's still dribbling, and he's still dribbling. And that's kind of the issue in a lot of ways because this team has shown, for one, you can't have both of these things. Is 1, to be bad late game offense, and 2, play with your back to the shot clock time and time again. If you're not have an ability or have a go-to scorer like a Kevin Durant or any of those type of scorers, you can play with your back to the shot clock there because those type of guys can make a play like it's nothing with their back to the basket, turnaround jumper, isolation, any of that. When you're a team-oriented basketball offense that doesn't have that type of scorer, you have to take the best available bucket. If there's a bucket with 13, 14, 15 seconds left on the shot clock, you take that bucket, you go up 3, and you go defend on the other end because you're an elite defensive team. Right here, as I play it again, 11, 10, 9, it's still Jimmy dribbling. Now is the first screen. Your 2 shooters are spaced out on the weak side. Ideally, you want to take Jimmy to take this screen, run a double drag, wait for them to pull over, and you make a kick out. That is the most ideal situation right here. That's when you can play down in the shot clock. Right here, though, Jimmy's going to wait it out. PJ's waiting. Now it's kind of crammed. They scramble in a switch. Pass it to Bam. It's a handoff. Bam touches it for probably 0.3 of the time clock here. Jimmy takes it for 23.7, and now he gets in. It's a contested jumper. Misses it. After that, it's Trae Young going the other direction. He hits the floater to take the lead. That ultimately wins in the game. That part is problematic because the problem isn't the spacing. It isn't the setup. It's actually taking advantage of the plays. I go back just one more time just to showcase this setup right here. If Jimmy Butler goes left, forces them to switch, now he has 1 guy. Ideally, if 2 fly to him, he could hit Bam or PJ on the slip and they could work that side. But ideally, Jimmy's driving left right here. And he can make that kick out if they slide over to Gabe or Tyler. Yes, maybe you'll say, okay, if Gabe misses that 3, we'll be talking about it in the same way. But you just rather a good look. It's about the process more than the product. And that's kind of what we've seen specifically so far in this one. Now, 1 play before it. This is the exact offensive possession before this. They're down 2. What are they going to get to? For one, it's been pretty obvious that the spacing is problematic when Jimmy has the ball up there at the top of the key or the wing, and they're trying to create like that. When he's spaced out in the corner, when they can't send a double fully and there's not screens kind of piled on top of him, this is when he can make a play. The reasoning, 2 shooters up at the top, right wing, left wing, Strus and Hero. That's perfect spacing because they can't pull down if they want to. The guy that has to pull down is PJ Tucker on that weak side corner. His defender, and I think it's Bogdanovich right now on this play, has to pull over. And when he pulls over, Bam runs over to him and gets in position for a hammer screen. So now Jimmy's waiting. There's no double coming. The double comes now from the weak side. So what does that mean? It means there's an open guy over there. Bam gets in perfect position to set the hammer screen. Jimmy gets to the middle of the floor, kicks it. It's a PJ Tucker 3. Everything looks absolutely amazing, picture perfect late game offense. When it's Jimmy driving, kicking, that's their game. But the thing is that when they're kind of playing with their backs to the shot clock, taking these forced jumpers, not putting the balls in the hands of Tyler enough on these late game possessions, it all kind of adds in together to kind of why this stuff is happening.
All right, that was Brady Hawk with his film dive. You can watch the rest of them here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. We are still waiting. The national anthem is going on right now, so we have to wait a little bit. It's not ready yet. It's 7:12 already. The game was supposed to start at 7, but it hasn't started yet. So thank you to all of you that are joining us here for the Atlanta Hawks Miami Heat hangout. This is the idea. Turn on your TV. The game's on TNT. The idea is I'm not going to be showing the game here, of course, but we can talk about what's going on all throughout the game. And we are being, if I get excited, like in game 3, I might be calling play-by-play in in some of the moments of the game. That was fun. Last game, it was a back and forth in the fourth quarter, and that was great. So I got a little excited. I started calling the game. We can do that, but for now, we'll just comment on what's going on so far. So right now, the national anthem just finished. So we're waiting for the actual game to start. It's in TNT for all of you that are asking or wondering, not on ESPN. ESPN has baseball tonight. It's a Sunday night. They probably will have the Phoenix game later tonight. Earlier today, the Denver Nuggets beat the Golden State Warriors to force a game 5 in that series as well. So thank you to all of you that are here. I see Mitesh, I see KO, I see Vic Papo, I see Jermaine King, Jose, saludo Jose, Mr. LSG, the Toaster King. When's the game starting? We're waiting too. We're waiting. Let me see who else. Mitchell. Game started, hasn't it? Well, see ya. I'm going to watch King. All right, have fun. Let me see who else is around here. Besides all of you that are just mentioned, it's been pretty much you guys talking a little bit about what's going on. Mitchell, Victor. So yeah, you guys took over the chat. So thank you very much for all of you that are hanging out with us here in a second. Let's share the screen here. So this is what we're going to be seeing here. It's the game not started yet. So this is kind of the setup that we have. And we'll be waiting for it to start here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I like Duncan. He needs more playing time. He reminds me of Klay Thompson. Well, hopefully Duncan can get to that level and stay playing for that level for a long time. Yes, he hasn't played. Let's check real quick. So now that you mentioned that from Duncan Robinson, let's check real quick what's his minutes. How do they look like after what's been happening? Let's see. I want our series only. View series. No, not this one. All right. Back. View series. Let's check. All right. Game 1. So in game 1, 115 to 91. Let me see how many minutes Duncan Robinson played. He played a total of almost 23 minutes. 23 minutes, he scored 27 points. Then for game 2, for Duncan Robinson, it was only, he went from 23 to 6 minutes, 40 seconds in game 2. Another win for the Heat, 115-105. And then in game 3, for Duncan Robinson, it was 14 minutes, 23 seconds. So, I mean, it's been 23, then down to 6, and then up to 14, 20 something in the third game. So it's been going up and down depending on what's going on during that particular game. So there you go. I know it's been weird. That this rotation from Eric Spoelstra is a little bit different. It's hard for you to really know what he's gonna do. All right, bro. Willie in Medicine, let's go Heat. What's up, Willie? How you doing? In Medellín. Oh, ¿qué pasó, Medellín? ¿Qué dice? ¿Todo bien? Anthony Martinez says, Heat Nation. Yes, here we go. We're waiting for the game to start here so we can go on with our Hangout. What we're gonna do? Let's change this color because that color you can't even see what's going on. But with that one, the Heat lost that last time. So let's go with this one now. There you go. Let's try to mix it up a little bit. You never know how you can help your team, but it is what it is. So the guys, the teams, both teams are in the huddle right now. I'm waiting for the game to actually start at some point here soon. It's 7:16 and nothing yet. So we are already behind. Let me see. Willie says, I'm not into basketball, but I respect the sport. Let's go Heat. Yeah, I mean, I love basketball. Not my favorite sport, but I love it. Jose Mato, saludos, Alejandro. We win today. Yeah, hopefully we win. Ojalá ganemos. José, saludos a todos los que nos ven por acá que hablan español también. Nos pueden enviar sus mensajes también en español. KO says, Spose so good he might outcoach himself. Well, sometimes it happens. Coaches also make mistakes. So you have to be patient with them as well. All right. We're waiting. I know. It sucks. I'm there with you. I'm waiting for it to. It was supposed to start at 7. It hasn't. We are here waiting for the game to actually start sometime soon. But it is what it is. The Miami Heat are wearing white today, by the way. They are wearing white. The Hawks are actually wearing black. So that's weird. I mean, we saw in the pregame show their arena it's a red out night there in Atlanta, but they're wearing black. That doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. Not, I mean, they do it differently from what the Heat does. When it's Miami Heat white hot night, they wear white, but they're allowing the Heat to wear white tonight, and that's what it is. It would have been funny if the Hawks were wearing black and the Heat was wearing red in their red night, but it is what it is. All right, the game's about to start now. Bam Adebayo has the ball. He has to give it to the ref here sometime soon. We're waiting for the actual score to start, and here we go. Ball's up, and here we go. No, I don't want to watch it here. I have it. All right, here we go. No, stop it. All right. All right, here we go. Down the stretch, we need to learn to step on their neck. Heat in 5. Yes, and this is definitely something for the Heat looking forward in the playoffs, right? All right, so that's a side bounce. Something happened. They hit it out, and it's a side for the Miami Heat. Here we go. PJ Tucker with the ball. And let's have some fun tonight. Let me fix this. All right. I got it now, I think. Let's see. Let's see if this works. And here we go. There it is. Now we're going. Now you have the score. Now you don't have to look at my face all the time. I mean, you can look at it, but it's not all the time. All right. It's I missed the first basket. Let me see who it was. It's a rebound for Bam. Bam gets it to Gabe Vincent. And who is it? Jimmy attacks the basket, and it's PJ Tucker with the 3. So I think that was the last basket for the Heat last game as well. So, and PJ was wide open for the last game as well. So that should have been a play that they run. All right, who was it? Delmon Young? I think it was not Delmon Young. Delon Wright. I think it was who hit that 3 for the Hawks. And here we go. This is really delayed, the one I'm watching here. So you have to bear with me. No Kyle Lowry tonight. Remember, Gabe Vincent in the starting lineup for the Heat. Max Strus from 3. It's an air ball. So, no good. No bueno. All right. Why is this not on ESPN? I don't know. I mean, they do have Sunday night baseball, so I guess that's why. It's probably in their contract with the league or whatever. But It should have been there. It should have been there. But it is what it is. They're probably having the other game in the Phoenix game later tonight on ESPN. Alejo, the 1988 inaugural game they played was versus Atlanta. Yes, and their first playoff series, I think it was against Atlanta. All right, Jimmy Butler with the ball, little jumper, he misses it. It's now Gabe Vincent's ball. He has it, pick and roll with Bam Adebayo, who attacks the rim. He misses as well, and he gets a foul call. It's 3-3 with 9:38 to go for me. Let me know if you guys are ahead. Probably. I'm a little bit behind, I know. So, Gabe Vincent to Bam Adebayo to Jimmy Butler, who attacks the rim, jumper again, and it's good now. So it's 5-3 for the Heat. I'm a little behind, so bear with me. Trae Young, here we go. Let's see what's going on here. Trae Young to Collins, misses, rebound, and that's 5 points. I think that's 5 points for Dylan Wright. Let me see who got that rebound and scored those points there. Let's check real quick. It was Clint Capella, actually. And now Bam Adebayo with his first 2 points of the game. Don't let Jimmy shoot you all out of the game. That's what our friend KO says. Trae Young double team. Dylan, who's that? Dylan Wright? I think it was him who got fouled. So it's Hawks ball. Here in the first quarter. So this game's on TNT if you guys are looking for it. Trae Young's ball, another open corner three for the Hawks, and they get 3. Who was that? Dylan Wright, I think. All right, Gabe Vincent. Another corner three by PJ Tucker. He misses. Rebound for him, and it's out of bounds. Let me see. Yes, out of bounds, and it's Heat ball. Gabe Vincent shoots the 3. It's a short one. Rebound for the Hawks. Trae Young's coming. He goes for a deep 3, and he makes it. So first 3 of the game for Trae Young. It's 11-7 right now. 7-11 in your screen. Jimmy Butler with the ball. Harder on him. Jimmy attacks the basket. No good. And there's a foul. Let me check. Who's the foul on? Yeah, I might have to. Let's do something. I'm going to play that here so I can look at it in a better way because I can listen to what's going on in the arena so I get who's the foul on. All right. So it's Jimmy Butler in the free throw line. So he's going to get 2. His first 2 free throws of the day. He makes the first one. 11-8. Missed free throws have been one of the problems in the first 2 games for the Heat as well. They lost by 1, so any of those free throws that they missed later in the game, they bite you in the butt. All right, here we go. 11-9 for the Hawks. First quarter, 4th game of the series. The Heat winning 2-1 so far. The 3 games won by the home court team. All right, then all right with a 2. Good play. So it's 13-9 with 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Bam Adebayo. No, Jimmy Butler on Herder. He gets down the line, couldn't get a basket. Back to PJ Tucker, who gives it to Max Strus. That's a deep 3 for Max Strus. And it's good. Good ball by him. Trae Young with it. Trae Young, Gabe Vincent on him. Left, right, left, right. Now Collins. Collins attacks the basket. PJ Tucker on him. And good defense. Rebound for Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler with Kevin Huerter on him. He goes for the basket and he misses. So 13-12 for the Hawks right now. Quick pass by Young. Young from three, and that's a good three. Good start for Young there. For Hunter, I'm sorry. Hunter has had a good start so far. Oh, and that looked like a foul. And who's the foul on? On Trae Young, running over Bam Adebayo. So he gets the call there. Bam was setting up the screen there. And there's a timeout. So 16-12 in the first 5 minutes, 40 seconds. Let's review the top scorers so far in this game of the series. Fourth game of the series, the Miami Heat up 2-1 so far. So 16 points for the Hawks, 11 of them from our friend DeAndre Hunter. 11 points. He's 4 for 4. He's made three pointers to start the game. So he's leading almost not. Obviously, everybody. 2 points for Clint Capella and 3 for Trae Young. So the Hawks are actually, to start this game, they are 4 for 6 from the 3-point line. That's the difference right there. For the Heat so far, 4 points for Jimmy Butler, 3 for PJ Tucker, 2 for Bam Adebayo, and 3 for Max Strus. Those are the 12 points from the Heat. From the starting 5, only Gabe Vincent hasn't scored any points. He missed his 2 3-point attempts so far. 1 for 4 for Butler from the field, 1 for 2 for Tucker, 1 for 2 for Bam, 1 for 2 for Max Strus. In rebounds for the Heat, so far 3 rebounds already for Bam Adebayo, 1 for Tucker, 1 for Jimmy Butler. Let's check your comments here to see what's going on. What do you guys think about the first couple of minutes of this game? Easy, bueno, Easy ya se debe haber ido. Gracias, Jose. Heat going down. See you all in Philly if you make it. Oh, our friend KO, it's from Philly. All right, man. Oh, we'll see you. We'll see you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Hopefully you guys close out that series. That's the only thing the Sixers. Can you imagine? I know they've blown 3-1 leads, but if they're the first team to blow a 3-0 lead, that will be historic. So you better win that one, Philly. All right. All right. Thank you to all of you that are joining the 5 Reasons YouTube channel Hangout. We had a big crew for Game 3. We're doing it again today. We're doing it all throughout the playoffs. Sunday night, I know it's a good night to watch basketball. So thank you for being here. Atlanta playing pretty good so far. Sixers in 5. Book it. Sixers in 5 against the Raptors, I guess. All right. Good luck. Vamos, papa. Let's go Heat. Anthony Martinez. Saludos, Anthony. Let's go. Vamos. We're back. Kyle Lowry talking to Victor Oladipo there. We also see Butler talking to the coaching staff. Tyler Hero and Dwayne Dedman getting ready. Getting their warm-up in. That's a good look. That's a good look right there. Butler talking to Max Strus. The same with Udonis Haslem. The Miami Heat trying to get this win to take the series back to Miami with a 3-1 lead. Game 5 of the series, that's on Tuesday night. And I think that one, well, I'm not going to say anything, but that should be on ESPN. Gabe has to tighten it up. This says our friend Alex Dixon. And says, Kyle Lowry asking when is game 7. All right, here we go. PJ Tucker with the ball. Back to Max Strus, and it's good. 3 points for Max Strus. So second 3 for Strus so far is 16-15 for the Hawks. Trae Young with the ball now. Here we go. He falls down, and what is it? They called a foul on Gabe Vincent? Yes, that was a foul on Gabe Vincent. Something happened to Trae Young. I think it's his ankle. He probably rolled it or something. Let's see. He's tying his shoelaces again. He's in pain. And what is it? That's a side one. Let's see. Yeah, Collins on the ball already. All right, here we go. All right, it's Kevin Huerter with the ball. Back to Trae Young. Capella with the screen. Young to his left. Butler on him. Back to Kevin Huerter. 3 seconds. 2, 1. He shoots a 3. And that's no good. Snoop Dogg. No, that's not a Snoop Dogg, but it looks just like him. So it's out of bounds. It's Miami Heat ball. Gabe Vincent with it. Coming to his left. Max Strus setting up the screen. The Hawks switch. Floater by Vincent. He misses. Back to Max Strus. Butler in the corner now. Hunter on him. DeAndre Hunter. Good at shot by Butler. Didn't go in, but it was a good shot. Good play. He did that 360 spin that he does, attacking the rim. No good. And now alley-oop by Trae Young to Clint Capella, who misses. An easy layup there. Ooh. PJ Tucker misses. Jimmy Butler, Max Strus the corner 3. No good. He recovers the ball. PJ Tucker with it. 12 seconds to go now. Back to PJ Tucker. Floater. And it's good. PJ Tucker complaining about a foul. Nothing called there. So here we go. Trae Young now. Kevin Huerter with the ball. Bam Adebayo on him with the switch. Good defense by Bam. In the corner Collins. And that's another good 3. So a hot start for the Hawks from the 3-point line. That's what gets them ahead. And now Bam Adebayo attacks the basket. No good. Rebound for the Hawks. Here comes Trae Young. Kevin Huerter for another 3. He misses. He was wide open. That's good luck. Long pass by Jimmy Butler to Strus. Strus to Bam Adebayo, and it's out of bounds. Good defensive play by DeAndre Hunter there. Dwayne Dedmon and Tyler Hero go in. And Bogdanovich is also in for the for the Hawks, I'm sorry. All right, Tyler Hero with his first field goal of the game. As soon as he goes in, first ball to Tyler Hero. Here we go. Trae Young with the ball now. Gabe Vincent on him. Trae Young behind the back to Bogdanovich, who had a couple of key threes at the end of the game 3. Here we go. Good rotation. Bogdanovich almost makes a 3. Rebound for PJ Tucker. Here we go. Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent with the ball. Dwayne Dedmon also in the game. Ball to Dedmon. 12 seconds to go. Here we go. Max Strus back to Dedmon. Good pick and roll. And foul. And 2 and 1 for Dwayne Dedmon. John Collins coming to help out, but he was late. So that's a foul on Collins there. Is Depot playing? No, he hasn't played yet. We'll see if Eric Spoelstra uses him. Kyle Lowry is not available tonight. So that's it. If Tyler Hero and Duncan don't go off, it's over for the Heat, says our friend KO. I don't know, man. They're winning right now. Let's see. Dwayne Dedmon makes the extra free throw. Here we go. It's Hawks ball now. Trae Young with it. Okongwu's in, I think. Trae Young with a long 3. No good. Gallinari is also in. He goes for 3. He misses. Tyler Hero with the rebound. Tyler Hero with a fast break to his left. Max Strus open. No good. It's a corner three. He missed that one. Here comes the Hawks again. Bogdanovic to his left. He wants it. Oh, to his right now. Good defense by the Heat. Max Strus on Hunter. Good help by Deadman. Oh, they call a foul on Hero, I think. On Okongwu. I think it was a Dwayne Deadman is who gets called for that foul. All right, here we go. In Deadman we trust, is our friend Jose Matos. Yeah, Atlanta over parlay. Book it. All right, you're booking a lot of stuff. We'll see if that happens. All right, so far 22-19 for the Heat. Right now, a collective effort for the Miami Heat. 6 points by Max Strus, 5 for Tucker, 4 for Jimmy Butler, 3 for Dwayne Dedmon, 2 for Bam Adebayo, and 2 for Hero. Both Hero and Dedmon, only 44 seconds so far, but they've been active in the first couple of sessions since they got in. For the Hawks, 11 points for DeAndre Hunter, Collins with 3, Young with 3, Clint Capella with 2, and that's about it. They started 4 for 6 from 3, and now that's 5 for 10. So 5 for 12. I'm sorry, 5 for 12. After they started 4 for 6. So from the last 6, they only made 1 3-pointer after they started 4 for 6. It was hard to keep that rhythm up for sure. So here we go. We're getting more people here. Thank you to all of you that are just getting here to the Hangout. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. Leave your comment here. We're going to be doing this for the rest of the playoffs. So if you're a Miami Heat fan or an NBA fan in general, please subscribe to our channel. First quarter, Miami Heat 22, Atlanta Hawks 19, 2:36 to go in the first quarter. Remember, at halftime, join us for the Pace and Spaces analysis with Tony Schwartz, Marco Romo, and Sean Rochester. During the halftime, that halftime show, sponsored by our friends from Biscayne Bay Brewing. And if you like betting, please subscribe to PrizePicks. When you use the promo code 5FIVE, they will match your deposit up to $100. They will match it. If you put in $50, you will get $100 to play. So why not? Why not doing it? All right, here we go. Let's see. We're back to the action. Let's go Heat, says our friend Shanine Burnett. Thank you very much. And we're back to it. All right, what happened here? Okongwu's in the line, the free throw line. Gallinari out there. Bogdanovic is out there. Okongwu is out there. They were key in the last game, in the game 3, to come back and get that win for the Hawks. Okongwu makes the first one of the 2. The 5 on the floor for the Heat. Caleb Martin is finally in. Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Dedmon, Duncan Robinson also in, and Tyler Hero. So those are the 5 on the floor. Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Dedmon, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Caleb Martin. Here we go. Hero with the ball. 12 seconds to go. Jumper, and no good. Rebound for Jimmy Butler. Back to Caleb Martin. Goes for a 3 by himself. He missed it. Wide open. Wide open shot by Caleb Martin. Too bad he missed that one. That was a great opportunity there. Now it's Caleb Martin on Trae Young. Trae Young goes to his right, then to his left, then to his right again. He gets the help from Okongwu. Pick and roll. Okongwu attacks the basket, and it's a good 2 points for the Hawks. Nothing to do for Duncan Robinson there. He was helping in the rotation, but was late there to help and nothing to do. Caleb Martin to his left. Here we go. He attacks the basket. Oh, Euro step. And he just rolled out. Rebound to Gallinari. It looked like a travel. Nothing happened. Oh, good hands by Caleb Martin. Ball recovered by Tyler Hero. So that's a steal for Caleb Martin. Great job there. Good pass by Hero to Butler, who gets fouled and goes back to the free throw line with 1 minute 21 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's Atlanta Hawks 23, Miami Heat 22. And Jimmy Butler going back to the free throw line. Jimmy makes the first one. Go back to it. The Miami Heat winning in the last minute of the first quarter. Really close game. I think all of the four games in the first quarter, they all been really close. So a foul on Jimmy Butler, reaching on Bogdan Bogdanovic. I think it's the first foul for Butler today. Jimmy. And it's a side one for the Hawks. Here we go. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Got an eye on the ball. Oh, Trae Young open. This can happen. And it's a good three. The Miami Heat, I don't know what happened there. They left Trae Young open. Caleb Martin was late for the coverage. Tyler Hero now with the ball. Crosses the half. Attacks the basket. Jumps. And that's a foul on Bogdanovic. Tyler Hero now on the line. He gets booed by the Hawks fans. And Tyler Hero misses the first one. So first free throw that the Miami Heat misses so far in this game. Here we go. Here comes Hero again. Second free throw, and it's good. 26-25 for the Hawks. 44 seconds left. Bogdanovic with the ball. Butler on him. Switch. And it's Trae Young ball. Butler on him. Reached by Jimmy Butler. It's an out of bounds. Trae Young is going to have the ball. 13 seconds left for the Hawks. And here we go. It's a pass in 1-4. It looked like 5 seconds. Dedmon is on Bogdanovic. So advantage there for Bogdanovic. A foul on Dwayne Dedmon. Bogdanovic attacking the basket and gets the foul call. Second foul for Dwayne Dedmon. I'm sorry. Miami Heat is over the limit now. He was in the shooting motion anyway, so he's shooting 2 free throws now. Bogdanovic with the first free throw. He misses as well, so both Hero and Bogdanovic missing the first free throw. PJ Tucker back in. Gallinari's out for the Hawks. Let's continue now. Bogdanovic with the second free throw. Robinson in. Caleb Martin, PJ Tucker, Tyler Hero. So PJ Tucker went in for Dwayne Dedman. Bogdanovich misses both of them. So a weird situation. Hero missing one free throw and then Bogdanovich missing both of them. Jimmy Butler with the ball. Duncan Robinson helping. Butler attacks the basket and he gets called for travel or a foul. Let me see what happened here. It's a foul. Jump ball. They call the jump ball here. So it's going to be Jimmy Butler and Okongwu. These jump balls are tricky. I think it was either a foul or a travel by Jimmy, but not a jump ball. Duncan Robinson out, Gabe Vincent in. So not a lot of, I think Duncan played a little bit over a minute, maybe 2 minutes. And that was it. All right, here we go. Jump ball. Okongwu's going to win this one, I think. We'll see. Yes, he wins it. He almost hits it out of bounds, but they recover it, and it's last ball for the Hawks in this first quarter. Here we go. Trae Young, Martin on him. To his right, to his left. He shoots, and it's not good. Great defense by Caleb Martin. And the Hawks lead by 26-25 at the end of the first quarter. Another even first quarter in this series. Let's review here the top scorers for both teams. For the Hawks, it's Hunter, who started red hot with 11 points. Then Trae Young with 6 points, 3 for Collins, 2 for Capella, and 4 for Okongwu coming off the bench. For the Heat so far, it's Jimmy Butler 6, Max Drew 6, PJ Tucker 5, 3 for Hero, 3 for Dedman, 2 for Bam Adebayo. No points for Gabe Vincent so far. 6 points off the bench for the Heat, 3 for Hero, 3 for Dedman. Nothing from Martin or Robinson. Robinson, I think he didn't even attempt a shot in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. This has been a weird series for Duncan Robinson. I don't know. It's rough to see this. It's so weird. One steal for Caleb Martin. That's his, and his of course his help. He's been helping on defense as well. PJ Tucker 4 rebounds, 3 rebounds for Jimmy Butler, 3 rebounds for Bam Adebayo, 2 assists for Tucker, 2 for Vincent, and that's about it. That's what's been going on so far. All right, let's see some of the comments here. All right. Hero missing free throws. Jimmy might need some more coffee. Don't like the ball movement. If Spo doesn't play a good real point guard, we are in trouble. Whoa, it was a clear foul. It looked like a foul. I don't know why they call these jump balls. It was either a foul or a travel, but not a jump ball. But it is what it is. Depot got drafted as a PG. Depot is a point guard. Yes, Depot started as point guard last year for us. Don can be playing like this all year. Those are the comments from our friend Vic Papo. Jose Mato says, and he can score more than normal PG, and he's a good D. Talking about Victor Oladipo. For some reason, Oladipo's not playing. Jalen Rose says, Depot not playing is a joke at this point. And I agree. I don't know what happened there that he's not playing any minutes because, I know, and looking at it, I know Spoelstra said he was not going to just stay with 9 guys, but that's in the practical side of things. That's almost what he's done. It's 4 guys again today coming off the bench. So I don't know. It's hard to believe him when he says nothing there. So Oladipo's not, he's with his shorts and his, I don't know. Morris is there with him talking, and they're not even looking to what Spoelstra is drawing in the board. So I don't know. There's something weird going on there. I wouldn't know what to tell you about it. All right, here we go. Back to the action, second quarter. The Atlanta Hawks 26, the Miami Heat 25. Thank you to all of you that are joining our hangout here. To all of you that are just getting here, welcome. Welcome back. Let me see. All right, here we go. Kevin Huerter with the ball. The 5 on the floor for the Heat. After this play, Young attacks the basket. Rebound for Jimmy Butler. So it's Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero. Duncan Robinson starts the second. Caleb Martin actually is there. And Duncan Robinson. So we have Bam and Duncan playing together. We'll see if we have at least one dribble handoff. Good play by Tyler Hero attacking the basket. Martin getting a shot right before the shot clock went off. Bam Adebayo with the rebound. Great rebound by Bam Adebayo. And it's 2 points after that dunk. So it's 27-26 for the Heat. Gallinari in to Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter back to Hunter. Hunter back to Kevin Huerter. Gallinari from 3. He barely misses. And that's a out of bounds. And it's Heat ball. Delon Wright is in for the Hawks as well with Bogdanovich. Jimmy Butler with the ball. He attacks the basket, retreats, gives it to Tyler Hero in the corner, and he misses a wide open 3. The Heat missing a couple of open 3s in the last couple of minutes. All right, here we go. Bogdanovich. They're playing Pitbull in the State Farm Arena. They don't know if Pitbull is from Miami, from the 305. Here we go. Delon Wright with the ball. Duncan Robinson on him. He's go for 3, and it's good with 1 second left in the possession. Not much else to do there. Jimmy Butler. Back to Bam Adebayo. Bam. Bam attacking the basket. Here we go. Hook. Not good. But we want to see a little bit more of this Bam. Attacking the basket. Shooting. Caleb Martin on Kerner. Delon Wright with Tyler Hero. Bogdanovich on Duncan Robinson. A clear advantage there in size. Double team. Tyler Hero helping. Gallinari gets out of it somehow. Bogdanovich, good rotation. Delon Wright. Oh, they barely miss. Gallinari with the foul, rebound, and 1. Foul by Caleb Martin. It's 31-27 for the Hawks here in the second quarter. Bogdanovich with a good offensive rebound there. First foul for Caleb Martin. He's going to shoot 1 free throw. Here we go. He makes it. So it's 32-27. Jimmy Butler with the ball. Now gives it to Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero to Bam Adebayo. Handoff for Hero. Nothing. Not working. Hero attacks the basket. No bueno. Hero open for 3. Another open 3. He misses. So no good. We have to make these baskets if we want to compete. Gallinari fakes it. Robinson jumps and almost fouls him. And now he did. Foul is down on the floor. So first foul for Duncan Robinson. Second team foul. 8 minutes, 51 seconds to go in the second quarter. Game 4 of the series. The Heat struggling to create offense. No surprise, not having Kyle Lowry. Now a good basket by the Atlanta Hawks. Gallinari again. They're taking advantage of that size there. In their rotation, nothing to do for Duncan Robinson. All right. Jimmy Butler attacks the basket. Caleb Martin doesn't take the 3. He wanted to attack the basket again. So it's a 7-point advantage for the Hawks. Max Strus goes in. Duncan Robinson goes out. I don't know what's going on with Dr. Robinson, but he hasn't even shot today. So I don't know. All right, Hero to his left. He attacks. Gets up and now not good. So Hero, cold start for him. Delon Wright goes past Max Strus, and there's a foul. Who's it on? Max Strus or Bam Adebayo? Were the two guys close to it? Max Strus. He's first. All right, here we go. Duncan over Depot is crazy. This is our friend Vic. Wright misses the first free throw. Kyle Smith says, I don't see how this team wins another game without Lowry. May go down as one of the biggest flops in South Florida sports history. Uh-oh. Alan says here, Caleb over Depot is crazy. A lot of crazy things going on right now. Yeah, for some reason, Oladipo's not playing. And this is game 4 of the series, and I feel like he should have played a lot more. Bam Adebayo attacking the basket, and he gets 2 points. We need this Bam, especially, well, we always need this Bam, but especially not having Kyle Lowry. There's a foul. On Caleb Martin. So it's going to be his second foul of the night. And he was off the ball, so just a sidebound. And here we go. Victor Oladipo's in, guys. So you guys are happy with 7 minutes, 53 seconds to go. Victor Oladipo back in. No, he's playing his first minutes at the series right now. All right, here we go. Jimmy Butler with the ball. Fast break. After steal, he shoots. Not a good shot. And there's a foul. I think it was a foul in the rebound. See what happened there. Foul on Bam Adebayo. So Bogdanovic gets his second foul called. And it's a sidebound. Victor Oladipo is going to be the one handling the ball. We finally see Victor Oladipo. Let's see what happens. Like our friend Ronald Fonte says, let's see. Victor, it's Victor time. Victor. All right, here we go. Bam Adebayo with the ball. Jimmy Butler back to Bam. From the free throw line, he misses. But at least we're seeing a more aggressive Bam. This is what we need. We need Bam Adebayo to attack, to throw, to go dunk it, to get rebounds, to try from field goal. Oh, good defense by Max Strus. Almost gets the ball from Gallinari. No good. Back to Delon Wright. Back to Gallinari from 3. That's short. Oh, rebound. Too bad. And that's 2 points for Delon Wright. That was a lucky bounce there for the Hawks. All right, here we go. Jimmy Butler. Back to Gabe Vincent. Oladipo's in, but he's not touching the ball a lot. All right, 2 points for Gabe Vincent, attacking the basket, and even with less size than Gallinari, getting 2 points there. Another open 3 for the Hawks. Another miss. Rebound for Victor Oladipo, who's now with the ball. Back to Jimmy Butler. Let's see if they use Depot in any of these plays now. Bounce pass from Jimmy Butler to Adebayo. What do they call? A foul or a timeout? What happened there? So a foul on the Danilo Gallinari. And it's going to be hit ball here. So far, 37-31 for the Hawks here in the second quarter. Thank you to all of you that are joining us right now. We need scoring, like our friend Nick Johnson says, and let's review how the scoring chart is right now. For the Hawks, from those 37 points, 11 from DeAndre Hunter, who scored those, I feel like, in the first 2 minutes of the game. Then Trae Young with 6, 3 for John Collins, 2 for Clint Capella, Delon Wright with 6 points, Okongwu with 4, Gallinari with 5. So pretty spread out. Other than that, I mean, I know Hunter scored those 11 points to start the game, but other than that, it's been pretty spread out there. On the other side, on the other hand, for the Heat, 6 points for Butler, 6 for Adebayo, 6 for Max Strus, 2 for Vincent, 5 for Tucker, 3 for Hero, 3 for Dwayne Detman. No points from Caleb Martin. No points from Duncan Robinson, who almost in 6 minutes, not even one field goal attempt. So it's hard. You need to involve everybody on offense. If not, it's going to be hard for sure. So that's what I think right now. All right, here we go. KO is having fun with us. I hope you guys enjoy as he is doing right now. Fourth game of the series so far. The Miami Heat up 2-1. Let me see. You can't love Miami without loving the Heat. It's hot 365 days a year. Where are the Heat fans at? I love Miami. I hate the Heat. Not possible. Not possible. All right. Thank you to all of you. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. Earlier today, the Denver Nuggets beat the Golden State Warriors 126-121. So that's a Golden State lead 3-1 right there. Yesterday, the Brooklyn Nets lost again to the Boston Celtics. They're playing game 4 on Monday. We'll see what happens there. In the other series, the Hawks beat the Chicago Bulls in 119-95. The Bucks lead 3-1 in that series as well. All right, we're back. Atlanta Hawks 37, Miami Heat 31. It's going to be Heat ball. Let me see if Bam is in the line. Yes, he's going to get 2 free throws. Oladipo back in. Gabe Vincent in. Jimmy Butler in. Max Strus is in. No Duncan Robinson. And here we go. 2 free throws for Bam Adebayo. Here comes the first one. He misses. Another missed free throw in the beginning of the game for the Heat. Remember, last game, they lost by 1 point. 1 little point was the difference. Here we go. Bam Adebayo from the free throw line. The second one is good. So it's a 33-32 lead for the Hawks. Full court pressure now. Oh, what a steal by Butler. And he gets a foul and one. 3 things happen in 1 second. John Collins gets the ball. He tries to bounce it in. He couldn't get it in. Jimmy Butler gets the steal, gets a basket, and gets a foul. So it's a 37-34 right now. That's a crazy play. Getting back all those points right away. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Canastas. Here goes the free throw, and he makes it. So it's 37-35. Hawks ball now. Delon Wright with the ball. Victor Oladipo on him. Good defense by Depot. Delon Wright still with the ball. Finds Hunter. There's a deflection there. Are they calling a foul or just a deflection? We don't know yet. We lost audio from the arena. Something happened, but they're calling a foul. A reaching foul there, probably. So it's Hunter in the free throw line now. Here goes the first one. He misses. Short one. Ball never lies, right? All right, if Hawks tie the series, that would be crazy. Bro, bench Duncan and play Oladipo. Jimmy got Lurker. Depo's in the game. Hawks are very underrated this series. It's going the distance. They make the second one there. No, they missed the second one as well. Oh, my TV's behind. Yes, mine's too. So bear with me as well. We're all here hanging out, having fun. All right, give Vincent to Oladipo, and there's a foul down there. He misses, but there's a foul on Bam Adebayo. So at least Oladipo's getting a shot. He got a shot up. He got a shot up. He got a shot up. A shot up. And now we're going. All right. We should have taken Dragic back, says our friend Frank Almanzar. Frank, are you watching the Celtics Nets series right now? Nothing to do for Goran Dragic there. So I don't think he would have made a difference here. We just don't have anybody like Kyle Lowry. I mean, Vincent tries, but it's obviously not the same. All right, Bam Adebayo. No, Butler attacks the basket, jumps, and it's a tie game. Good minutes by the Heat now. 37-37 with 5:34 to go in the second quarter. Gabe Vincent on Trae Young, who shoots a long three, barely misses, in and out. And the Heat gets a rebound. Oladipo now with the ball. He finds Jimmy Butler and gets out of the way. It's Butler on ISO. Attacks the basket, closes. Well, now with his left, and it's in. Jimmy Butler getting hot. The Miami Heat leads by 2 points, 39-37. Trae Young with the ball. Gabe Vincent on him. Gabe Vincent. Young gets the ball away. Back to him. Now to Collins. Collins jumps, and the ball misses. They get the rebound. PJ Tucker gets the second rebound. Long pass. Almost intercepted by Trae Young, but Butler has it. Back to Victor Oladipo. 14 seconds to go. Victor Oladipo gives it to him and gets out of the way. Jimmy Butler on ISO spins and gets fouled. So right now, the Miami Heat offense is pretty easy, pretty simple. Give the ball to Jimmy Butler. Hawks over the limit, so that's going to be a couple of free throws for the Heat. All right, little true, but he's still kind of good. Yeah, he's good, Frank. I'm not saying Goran Dragic is not good, but I mean, he's pretty similar to what Oladipo can give you, I think. And I think Oladipo can give you a little bit more, especially on defense. So I know we love Goran Dragic, but I don't know if he's actually what we need right now. All right, here we go. Jimmy Butler makes both free throws. Vic Papo says 10-0 run since Oladipo came in. So there you go. And he hasn't, I mean, but it's been a 10-0 run thanks to Jimmy Butler more than anything. But you're right. Since Oladipo got in, the team's playing better. All right. Trae Young with the ball. Almost a turnover. Herder now. Back to Okongwu. Okongwu misses. PJ Tucker now with the ball. Fast break. He stops. He spins. Gabe Vincent from the corner, and it's good. Finally, a three-pointer for Gabe Vincent. An assist for Max Strus. And the Heat are up by 7 now. Largest lead for the Heat today. Here in the second quarter. Kevin Herter drives, kicks it to Collins, who makes a corner three. So the lead is back to 4 points. Gabe Vincent now. They're going to call timeout. And it's a timeout by the Miami Heat. Miami Heat 44, Atlanta Hawks 40 here in the second quarter. All right, let me see. Depo's an all-star. That's what Jose says here. South Florida Sports News says, we love the Dragon, but it's Depo's day. Yeah, I think it's Depo's moment right now. Victor time. Hawks about to go on a run of their own. We have a Sixers fan here, guys. So give KO a lot of love here in the comments. Give him a lot of love. He's a Sixers fan. He's enjoying the best team in the East right now, the Miami Heat. So welcome to our broadcast. All right, let's see what's going on in baseball. No, you guys are not interested in baseball, huh? Royals Mariners 4-4 in the 12th. And Brewers Phillies 0-0 in the fourth as well. The Marlins beat the Braves today. They took the series 2-1 as well. But coming back to this game, let's review now how the scoring table has turned, because Jimmy Butler is now leading with 15 points. He's leading the entire team, both teams with 15 points, 5 rebounds there. Max Strus has 6 points, Bam Adebayo 7, Vincent 5, PJ Tucker 5. Vincent finally got his first 3 of the night. He's 1 for 3 from 3. Tyler Hero 3 points, 3 points for Detman. Oladipo has played 4 minutes 20 seconds. He has 2 rebounds, and he missed the only field goal attempt. That was a corner 3. He missed it. So here we go. All right, my boy Low Dog, says Vic Papo. Van says, I like this lineup. Gabe, Depot, Strus, Jimmy, PJ. Depot looks gassed. Well, he's probably tired. I mean, he hasn't been playing a lot. I'm supposed to be doing my homework. Well, there's only time to be, there's always time to do both things. So you can do some homework whenever they call timeout here in the halftime show, as you listen to our analysis as well. You can do it. Let me see. Marlins always cover on my baseball picks. Much underrated team. Phillies suck. And the Marlins always beat the Phillies. So you're right. What happens as soon as Depot checks into the game? Lead. But okay, now that Victor Oladipo's in, do you guys really think he made the difference there? Because it's been a collective effort on defense, and the Hawks have missed a couple of open shots also. But that 15-3 run since Depot got in, do you think the team is playing better because he's in, or it's just a lucky stat there? If you go by the plus minus, he's plus 10 right now. And I mean, it's only 4 minutes, but it is what it is. That's not the point. What's the point? Let me know. What's the point? Go Fish, says our friend Frank Almanzar. Yes, the Marlins, with that win today, let me see the standings now real quick here as we go back to basketball. They are still under 500, but they're getting closer. They are 7-8. They're in second place right now, over the Atlanta Braves, 4 games behind the New York Mets, and they're starting a 3-game series against the Washington Nationals on Tuesday at Washington. Here we go. Back to the action. Miami Heat ball. Gabe Vincent. 3:30 to go in the first half. Tucker back to Vincent. Strus. Oladipo's in. All right, take that shot. He took it. Misses. And a foul on Bam Adebayo. Trying to get the rebound. He fouled Kevin Huerter. So, second foul for Bam. Miami's over the limit, so it's going to be 2 free throws. So that particular play, bad luck. Victor misses his shot. Bam trying to get the rebound, fouls Kevin Huerter, and that's 2 free throws for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter makes the first one. A low-scoring game so far. A lot of misses. And talking about misses, Kevin Huerter misses the second free throw. We'll check out the percentages here in a second as soon as they gave us a little break. All right. Bam Adebayo with the ball. Hand off to Max Strus, who shoots a long 3 with 1 second left. No good. So very low percentages today. And I wouldn't say it was because of the defense. It's just they have not been good, any other teams. Trae Young now with a long 3. He misses as well. Rebound for PJ Tucker. Ball to Oladipo, who attacks the basket. Back to PJ Tucker. Long 3, and it's good. 3 points for PJ Tucker. Good playmaking there by Oladipo, who's handling the ball now. Oladipo, Vincent, Strus, Adebayo, and Tucker, the 5 on the floor for the Heat right now. Kevin Huerter misses a long 2. Rebound for Hunter. Strus on him. Hunter's up. Misses another one, and it's Miami Heat ball. Great defense in the last couple of minutes for the Heat. I know the Hawks have missed a couple of open shots, but other than that, great job by the Heat in the State Farm Arena now. 2 minutes left. 2 minutos. Victor Oladipo with the ball. Back. He shoots a three. Misses. Rebound for PJ Tucker. That's a foul on him. John Collins. And I think the Hawks are over the limit as well. Fourth foul on John Collins. So we are not going to see him in a little bit, in a while. He's going to be out for a while. 2 free throws for PJ Tucker. And here we go. PJ Tucker with 2 free throws. The first one is good. 48-41. Jimmy Butler goes in for Gabe Vincent. Spoelstra talking to Vincent there. Here we go for the second free throw. PJ Tucker. The Miami Heat leading the 4th game of the series and leading the series as well 2-1. Here we go. PJ Tucker. For the second one. It's good. So 49-41 for the Miami Heat. PJ Tucker now on Trae Young. They switch. Bam Adebayo. It's on him now. Switch again. Jimmy Butler on him now. Jumps and gives it back to Bogdanovic. Adebayo and Bogdanovic. To his left, to his right. Herder to his right. Tries to get the ball in. And that's a good defensive possession by the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler with the ball. Back to Victor Oladipo. Back to Jimmy Butler. 12 seconds. He spins. He shoots. And it's good over Okongwu. Or Hunter. I don't know which one of them jumped there. So it's a 10-point lead for the Heat. Here in the second quarter. 1 minute left to go in the first half. Bogdanovic to his left. PJ Tucker on him. Help defense. They left Herder open in the corner. He misses. A little put in by Capela, who misses as well. Rebound by Victor Oladipo, who attacks the basket. Here comes Depot. Back to PJ Tucker. Back to Butler. They hit Bam in the paint. Bam with the left hook. And it's good. 12-point advantage for the Heat. The Heat is heating up. Trae Young attacking the basket. He misses as well. He's complaining about a foul. 12-point advantage for the Heat. 25 seconds left in the quarter. 15 seconds left in the clock. So a 6-second difference there right now. 9-8. Ball to Jimmy Butler. Butler has it. Herder's on him, so he should attack the basket. Here we go. Left, and there he goes. Another basket for Jimmy Butler. 55-41. This lineup's doing great. I don't know if Depot's the one to blame because of it, but it is what it is. Last shot from Herder. No good, and it's a 55-41 lead for the Miami Heat after 2 quarters. And let's review. This has been Jimmy Canasta's quarter. Jimmy Butler leading the Miami Heat so far. And the Heat with a 14-point advantage. Let me see. All right. I told you, free Mike Duck, Victor Oladipo is not because we share the same name. It's Victor time. You guys might be right. All right, let's review here. Jimmy Butler, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. PJ Tucker also helping a lot. 10 points, 7 rebounds so far. 9 points for Bam Adebayo, 6 rebounds. Gabe Vincent, 5 points. Max Strus, 6 points. From the bench, not a lot of action from the bench, not needed yet. Hero, 3 points. Detman, 3 points. For the Hawks, only 41 points in the first half. Hunter started really hot, but then stayed in 11 points, and he's still leading the team with those 11. 6 points for Trae Young, 6 points for Collins, 6 points for Delon Wright, 5 points for Gallinari for Okongwu, 1 point for Kevin Herder. bad game for him so far. Clint Capella with a couple of points, no point for Bogdanovic. So this has been a key element also of this analysis. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to leave you with the pace and spaces analysis here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. YouTube channel. Here we go. Let's start with pace and spaces. Here we go.
I'm sending you a co-host request. Tony, I sent you yours. So halftime, it is Heat 55, Hawks 41. I'm going to go through real quick on the breakdown, and then I'm going to swing it over to Tony and Marco to get this thing started. 55-41. Looking at the box score for the Heat, I'm not even going to talk about the Hawks and waste that time. Jimmy Butler, 19 points, 7 of 7 from the free throw line, shooting 50% from the field, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Basically doing it all, getting no rest, 21 minutes in the first half. He was just dominant. PJ Tucker had a good half, 10 points, 8 rebounds, shooting the ball pretty well for PJ Tucker's standards. Bam was good, 9 and 6, active, was kind of quiet early, but he got it going late. Gabe Vincent, an okay half, 5 points, 3 assists, doing his job on Trae Young, holding him down. Max Drew shot it well, 6 points, 2 of 6 from behind the arc. Deadman, 3 points, and Tyler Hero, 3 points. And I know, we'll probably talk about that a little bit, but, not really getting into it too well. I know we'll probably talk about the Victor Oladipo minutes. He was a plus 20 in those minutes, in 8 minutes. Pretty crazy. So we'll talk about that. I'm going to swing it over to Tony. Tony, what did you see in that first half?
Right off of Jump Street, being able to execute the offense a little smoother. I forget who it was. If it was Courtney Hartlow or somebody asked Spo at the end of the first, the offense is a little slow. What do you want to do? Rebecca Hartlow. And Spo was just like, I don't know about that. Our offenses look pretty good. We just can't make shots. And we were 8 of 25 at that point. I thought the same. I was like, everything's flowing well tonight. I like that. I told Jay this morning, one of the things I think we're going to do is just flash looks at this Hawks team to try and make up for the point of attack defense that Kyle provides. We've done a lot of that tonight. We have PJ picking up full court. We have Gabe picking up full court. I love those looks. I like what we're able to do with Victor out there switching everything up front. So it's been a fun game, and I can't wait to get into it with you guys.
Appreciate that. We already had 232 people in here, so props to you guys for coming in. Marco, what'd you see in that first half?
I saw one of the best defensive quarters from the Miami Heat that I think I've seen this season, and I don't think that's hyperbole. Speaking from that lineup they put out there that I really like for defensive purposes only, you had Max as the only weak link between him, Vic, Bam, Jimmy, PJ. It was just beautiful. And the rotations were all on point. Everybody was giving maximum effort on the rebounds, particularly because Pat Riley likes to say, no rebounds, no rings. And really, all the guys really fought hard to get Capella off the boards. Because if you guys remember in the game before the season ended, Capella was killing them on the offensive glass. They were doing a pretty good job on defense then, but they were giving up way too many second chance points. They really cleaned that up. Shout out to Victor. He did a good job on that. And he really didn't do much outside of that. He played great defense, though. Offensively, though, he is collapsing the Hawks, which nobody on Miami has been able to do outside of Jimmy. Tyler was just not feeling it. So if he's not hitting his shots, Spo was like, I'm just going to throw Victor and see if it helps. And, I thought it helped a little bit. Hopefully they continue to put on that monster defense in the second half. PJ Tucker hit his first above the break 3 since probably the Utah game in December. But yeah, I really, if they keep up the defense, just get enough offense and you're going to close this game out and you're going to go up 3-1.
Hey, that was the Dwayne Dedmon look, too. Like, that was the same set that they run out there with Dedmon, and they got the same shot for PJ that they got for Dedmon on that set, which was crazy.
Yeah, and to Marco's
cut down on Dedmon's minutes, too.
To Marco's point there, in the second quarter, things really just kind of reversed on everything. Like the Hawks were at about a 120 offensive rating. The Heat were around 100. The offense was really the problem. And now at halftime, Heat are at 131 offensive rating, which is superb. And the Hawks have dropped all the way down to a 95 offensive rating. We have no turnovers, and we're rebounding just under 40% of our own misses. So we're not shooting it great, but we're giving ourselves extra opportunities, and that's helping us cash in. Jay, go ahead.
Let's talk about it. Yo, hold on. Marco said it, you know what I'm saying? He was so casual about it. Man, fuck that noise. They didn't come to play today. They don't want this shit. They didn't want this shit. Yo, it's not a coincidence that Victor Oladipo came in, and next thing you know, we on a nice ass fucking run. Come on. It's not the fact that we need his off. It's not even that. The man is faster than majority of our players for some reason. The man got springs, and he's gone. Collapsing everybody. Next thing you know, you get wide open shots. Next thing you know, PJ Tucker is there. Boom, boom, boom. It is what it is. These niggas didn't show up, and we're going to be all right. Guess what? Just letting you guys know when spaces. Heat spaces will be on right after the game. And guess what's going to be playing? You already know, because them red hearts is going to be flowing. I'm saying this shit because I already know what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. This shit's out of control. Fuck ATL. They didn't want this shit.
Brian, it's never easy to go after Jay's energy, but I'm counting on you, man. Brian, what you got?
Yeah, it's really not. But all I'm going to say is this. Bam's working mad hard, right? Like his stat line doesn't necessarily reflect that he's having an awesome game. This motherfucker is putting in work down low, really trying to get in position and do things. And he started to see some things go his way in the second quarter. So that's important to know. I think they had a 15-0 run and an 11-0 run in the same quarter, which is nuts. And the shots aren't even falling yet. Right. So they're shooting like 29% from 3 and 40% from the field. They haven't turned the ball over. I don't know if that's going to hold up the whole game. But the main thing for me, and I'm going to get off this to let other people talk, is the offensive balance is there. You're seeing more drives to actually get to the rim. Now, you want to see it more from other people besides Jimmy. But I felt like the last couple games, they were settling for too many threes. And now at this point, you're starting to see them get to the line and drive a little bit more. So I think that should open things up even more offensively in the next half.
Appreciate that. Joy, appreciate you coming in. Go ahead.
All right. So I've actually made a list of everything that impressed me in the game because I wanted to talk about it. So number one was the offensive rebounds. I was so impressed with them because obviously, we didn't shoot the ball well towards like the beginning of the game. And I feel like the offensive rebounds and the defense saved us tremendously. So I really want to give a shout out to him for that. Number two, Jimmy Butler. I feel like us as Heat fans, we all know, and if you cover the Heat, you know that at times, Oladipo. This dude, okay, it's crazy because a lot of people were asking, like, why are Heat fans so adamant about him getting minutes? And now you see why. Like, he hasn't really gotten the scoreboard like that, but the fact, like, his energy, from the defenses to everything, I just feel like the offense is running really smooth with him in the game and things like that. So that's number three. And number four, I feel like a game like this shows that we are championship ready. When you got a guy like Kyle Lowry at the game, and you got to step it up, they're doing that. And they got to a slow start, but Depot and Gabe, in fact, they're all collectively making up for Kyle Lowry, and I love that. So I feel very, very good about Miami right now. So that's that.
Appreciate that list. And shout out to Dos Minutos. I know we just stole your content. He said that, he's been breaking that story that Oladipo would play tonight. He knew he was going to be this efficient. So shout out to the Deuces podcast. Gad, go ahead. Nah, this is like during the game, I was waiting in the second quarter. I was like, damn, Atlanta should be up by way more. I feel like they're at the point where they should make a run. And how did these motherfuckers respond? They let the Heat go on a 15-0 run. Like this half, for as bad as Miami played for a good 20 minutes of this half, they are up 14 at halftime. It honestly blows my mind how shameless of a performance the Hawks just put up in that second quarter. They were missing layups. We missed layups in the first quarter. Crazy at the fact that a team that is shooting 39-29 splits is up by 14 on the road without their point guard. Like, credit to the team. They're working their asses off. One thing for damn sure, they said, if we're not going to shoot, we're not going to score the way that we're supposed to, we're going to outwork this team. And that's what they're doing. They're doing the nitty gritty stuff, the shit that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. But today it is, because, you see offensive rebounds. We're killing them. Turnovers, we're playing smarter than them. And it's fun to watch. Like, keep this energy going. I love the energy that Vic brought. I love the energy that Jimmy has. He's leading the team. Bam's catching on to that energy a little bit. Gabe got some bully ball in. So we need some from like Hero, Strus, and those other guys in the second half, and they could get rolling. Like, they're in position to have a really big run. You have to start out this second half strong. Put that crowd away. Like, don't give them a chance to get back into it. You're in really good shape right now. You know, before I swing it over to Ray, we haven't talked about Trae Young, and since he tripped over his little toddler feet, you know, he hasn't really done anything. He hit a 3, he has 6 points, 3 assists. He does not seem to have a whole lot of explosiveness. It will be interesting what they do at halftime to try to loosen that up a little bit, but that's a huge thing for the Hawks, obviously. Ray, go ahead.
Miami won the second quarter 30-15. Miami won the second quarter 30-15. For me, quite frankly, where I saw the change start to happen, the momentum start to shift was about 8 minutes or so in. We started to like one-on-one, man-to-man the whole way up the court. Trae Young, whoever was bringing the ball up the court, full pressure. I don't know if anybody heard the TNT announcer say it, but essentially if the Hawks can shoot the ball before, I believe, the 15-second mark, they're shooting somewhere like 58%. And if you can get them to shoot after that, later in the shot clock, they're shooting closer to 42%. Miami really tightened it up in the second quarter defensively. I really like the things that I saw from Depot, just for him to be out there, just for him to find spots to be defensively. He's hustling. I saw him get a really good tip rebound to PJ that led to a fast break for us. So there's good things that's happening. You just want to kind of, like Gad said, continue it on into the second quarter. And let's go back to Miami and let's close this shit out, because I'm tired of seeing Hawks fans TV, and I'm tired of seeing all this other crap about Miami doesn't have a superstar, this, that, and the motherfucking third. Jimmy Butler is Miami's fucking superstar. Argue with your damn mama. Go Heat.
And like I said to Brian Mateo, I'm sorry that you have to come after Ray. His energy is unmatched. But Mateo, go ahead.
Thank you for having me. I want to just echo what Marco was saying. This was a real badass defensive quarter by the Miami Heat. The full court press was very effective, taking time off the clock, but Miami only allowed them 15 points in the second quarter because they were forcing them to play mostly from the perimeter, from my perspective, and Atlanta was ineffective in that zone too. They only shot 30% from the outside in the period, and on shots inside the paint, they weren't effective at all either. Just 2 of 12 on shots in that area. Right now, Miami has the advantage, like you said, Sean, on the glass, and with 0 turnovers, which means they're not beating themselves. They're not giving Atlanta any transition opportunities. Offensively, I'd like to see Miami keep doing what they were doing to end the second quarter. The Heels shot 50% inside the paint. They were getting inside the box whenever they wanted with 2 feet, and it's best to keep they shot 75% in the paint in the second quarter, but I'd like to see them do that more because it's the best way to get to the line. Thank you.
Appreciate that, Mateo. We got about 1 minute left before the second half starts. I just want to go around the people that are on stage real quick. I know it's a topic that's going to come up with the Oladipo thing, with Duncan Robinson struggling a little bit. Do you think, and just give me yes or no, no explanation, do you think, yes or no, we see Duncan Robinson? And do we see Victor Oladipo in the second half? I think there's going to be connection to that. Tony, go first.
Yeah, there's a connection to that. I also think there's some of it with Caleb too, and just depending on what they think they can get from him. But I think you do see those two. I think you see a little bit more from Duncan tonight. They just need the shooting. But I think Victor stays, bro. That energy was great. I love what he provided.
Marco.
I think you're going to see Duncan for maybe a minute. If he's not working out and he looks lost, you're going to see Victor right back in there. And you're probably going to see that small ball end up with PJ at the 5, and I'm not going to hate it. And probably not a lot of dead men either.
I love that, man. I want to see more of that one for sure.
Brian.
Oladipo was a plus 20 in 8 minutes. So I'd be surprised if we don't see him again.
Brian, we going to see Duncan?
I think he'll get a run, but I think he's going to have a short leash at this point.
Appreciate that. Joy.
I think Duncan has a short leash, but I think Vic's going to get a lot of minutes in the second half for sure.
Ray.
Duncan gets to miss 2 shots before Spo yanks him, but you're definitely going to see Oladipo a lot of minutes from him for the rest of the game.
Mateo.
I could see Spo giving him about 10 minutes for the rest of the half, but I'm with everybody else. I think we're going to see Oladipo more.
And before I close it up, I'll be honest with you, Duncan has no shot attempts. If he's not going to get shots up when he's out there, he is not worth time on the floor. So I'll be honest, I don't know if you see him again. If he's not going to go out there and get shots up, you have no value to me right now. So I don't need him to go out there jacking, but at the same time, I need you to get shots up if you're going to play. So Victor Oladipo, I think the plus 20 is a little misleading. I think because he was out there with a good lineup, but at the same time, he brought good energy. He did things that don't show up in the box score. So I think you're going to see him there. Look, guys, I appreciate you guys, everybody in here this time. We went over like 340 people, I think, during halftime. So if you requested and you didn't get on stage, I promise it is not intentional. It's not personal. We just didn't have enough time to get everybody up here. So petition to the NBA, get us a little bit more time at halftime, and maybe we can get everybody up there, guys. So make sure you check out the post-game show, pre-game show before. Post-game show will be on YouTube with Royal and those guys having a great time, hopefully having a Heat win to talk about. So thanks for coming in, and go Heat.
Ya empezamos. Aquí vamos otra vez. All right, we are back. Sorry, guys, I was having dinner as well. Here we are. We are back. Thank you to all of you that are joining us here for the Hangout here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. It's a 68-48 advantage for the Miami Heat. Hunter with a couple of free throws, so he's finally back on the scoring table, on the scoring chart. Hope Pepe says that defensive sequence when it went PJ Depot, Jimmy, and Bam, and goddamn, yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Depot's playing, the Hawks playing, then the Hawks is done. All right, we're back to the action. Bam Adebayo with the ball. He finds Jimmy Butler. Max Strus open to PJ Tucker. Back to Strus. Now Vincent. Open three. Ooh. Hits the hit. Oh, rebound by Jimmy Butler. What happened here? They're calling a foul on PJ Tucker, I think. Yep. Trying to reach that rebound. So, first foul for PJ Tucker. Hunter is hurt. Something around his eye, I think. Let's wait for the replay. Yeah. Well, or he missed or I think he lost the eye contact, maybe. I don't know. He's complaining about something. He has something in his hand. Yeah, his eye contact. That's what happened. So 60-48 for the Heat. All right, Hawk ball. Bogdanovich to Trae Young in the logo. He makes it. There's no way to guard that one. So 60-51 for the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler on the ball. Bam Adebayo now. Hand off to Max Strus, who goes for three, misses. Open rebound for Kevin Huerter. Here he comes with the ball. Back to Trae Young. Max Strus on him. To his left. Good pass inside. Ooh, that was a foul on John Collins. And it didn't go in, but it was not by much. So that's a foul on Bam Adebayo. Fourth foul on Bam Adebayo, so he's probably going to be out. Four fouls for Bam Adebayo. Oh my God, another game where he's not as hot as we would like to. Let's see. 11 points, 5 rebounds. And now he's coming out. Kalen Martin's going in. So it's going to be PJ Tucker in the 5. Butler or Martin in the 4. And the 3. Or, well, maybe Max Strus as well. Gabe Vincent and Strus, the other 2. 1 free throw miss for Collins. Here comes Gabe Vincent. 60-52 for the Heat. Jimmy Butler. Open. Caleb Martin fakes it. Attacks the basket. No foul. And they just called the travel. Or offensive foul, I guess. All right, here we go. 60-52, 8 minutes to go. Caleb Martin on Trae Young. Now it's PJ Tucker. Ooh, that looked like an offensive foul. Yes, it was an offensive foul on Trae Young. Caleb Martin with the great defensive movement there. Second foul for Trae Young in the game. In the meantime, DeAndre Hunter is trying to get his eye contact in. They had it flipped, so he couldn't figure it out. And now they're playing the offensive foul on the Jumbotron, and people are complaining. All right, here we go. Gabe Vincent to his right. Oh, bad pass, but recovered by PJ Tucker. He finds Butler in the corner. Attacks Huerter, almost misses the ball. He shoots a 3, no good. Rebound by Caleb Martin. Back to Vincent. Back to PJ Tucker. Back to Vincent. Open 3, and it's good for Gabe Vincent. 3 points for the Heat, and now a good recovery. Another recovery for the Heat. The Hawks try to play really fast, and it wasn't good. Here comes Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler back to Caleb Martin. Back to Butler. Bogdanovich on him. He spins. He goes. He gets a foul. No basket, but he gets 2 free throws. So 63-52 with 7 minutes to go here left on the third quarter. A lot of game left still. $64-52 now. Second free throw, it's good. So 65-52 for the Miami Heat. 6 minutes, 55 seconds to go. Hawks ball. John Collins with it. Back to Kevin Herter. Back to Hunter, who's in again. Oh, he gets a good shot. And rebound for Jimmy Butler. Butler's going for that triple-double. We talked about it in the pregame show. Here comes Butler. He finds Max Strus. Back to Butler. Now PJ Tucker with Trae Young on him. He's going to attack the paint. Here we go. And that was an easy basket. Easy job for PJ Tucker, who went on and took advantage of that size. And Jimmy Butler is enjoying that particular play with PJ Tucker. They knew they had advantage there. And it's 67-52 so far for the Miami Heat. All right, perfect timing for bathroom break. Here we go. All right, let's see who else is here. Cedric Perry, thank you. DJ Gamer, thank you. Asa, I'm sorry, Regal. Deepo's playing like the Hawks are done. Joe Pepe. Arlene, thank you, Arlene, for being back with us. I'm glad he's playing Depot today, finding different solutions and ways to win. Coach Spo. We just looked different when Vic was on the court. Vic minutes were good. Vamos, papi. 305 in the house, baby. Hawks not ready with Depot in the rotation. Sin duda, Miami es mejor team con Oladipo, ya que Lowry no está disponible. Sin duda, José, saludos. I'm loving the Depot minutes. So, he made an impact defensively. That's right. And those I think it was like the last 6 minutes of that first half were great with him. I mean, it was a team effort, but it was great for the Miami Heat in general. should have some of the comments. Let's bring out some of the comments from the 5 Reasons Twitter handle. Here. So I have to bring it from here. Okay, we'll do it. Just luck. Here we go. Nothing yet. I'm getting a super long commercial. Now we're back. All right. So it was a long timeout. Let's get loud. Louder. They're trying to animate the fans there in Atlanta. They're down. So you're not happy. All right, here we go. Back to the action. Trae Young. He has the ball. PJ Tucker on him. Long three. He misses. Good rebound by the Heat. Here comes Jimmy Butler back to PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker with the ball. He goes again. He attacks again. That's another great movement in the paint for PJ Tucker. He's just giving free basket clinics here in Atlanta. Great paint job. Oh, bad rotation here for the Heat. And they pay for it with DeAndre Hunter dunk there. But that was a bad rotation there. Bad communication for the Heat. Here comes Gabe Vincent. Caleb Martin. Back to PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker again. Oh. He gets fouled. No. And they're talking. Okongwu. And PJ Tucker going at it. There it is. Hunter now trying to get in between them. And here we go. Trae Young also getting in it. Technical foul on PJ Tucker. Trae Young should have gotten one as well. So there's one technical foul only. Only PJ Tucker will get one. So that's it. Well, it's going to be one free throw for the Hawks. It's 69-54 so far. Here comes Trae Young. He misses the free throw. Ball doesn't lie. And the foul was in Okongwu. So it's Miami Heat ball on the other end of the court. It's still a 15-point difference here in the third quarter. Great defensive effort for the Heat in this game. Only 54 points for the Hawks. The Heat not in a brilliant night offensively, but enough to have this advantage so far. Max Strus from three. He misses a wide open three. Too bad. Rebound for Bogdanovic. Here comes Bogdanovic to his left. He attacks the basket. No defense there. He found the space. And here comes the Hawks. 13-point advantage for the Heat. 4:55 to go. Jimmy Butler calls for help. Here comes Strus. They switch. Back to Martin. Back to Butler. Butler has it. Back to Martin. For three. Misses. And long rebound for Delon Wright. And they call a foul on Okongwu. Now the two referees, I think they called two fouls. So the foul call was on who? Offensive foul on Okongwu. And that's his third of the game. That's a timeout. I think one of the refs called the other foul or the other way around. They called it a PJ Tucker foul, and that's why the Hawks fans were not happy because they changed their mind right away. All right, let's see some of the new comments here. Nope, no new comments, so we are good. All right, let me know if you want to talk. We're here. We're hanging out. We're enjoying this experience with you guys here in the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Thank you very much to all of you that have joined us so far.
We tell you all the time about PrizePicks, the official app of the 5 Reasons Sports Network for fantasy. Why do we use PrizePicks? Why do we recommend PrizePicks? Because it's the most fun. It's really that simple, and it's the easiest to use. Here's what you do at PrizePicks, okay? You can play NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL, MMA, golf, gaming. They do everything there. And you can pair players from different sports. So it's just up and down props, but they got a ton of them on every sport, on every team that you can imagine. And you can decide how much you want to risk. So it's not just about the money, but also, do you want to go flex play and sort of hold a little back? Okay. Or do you want to go power play and go all in? You can play 2, 3, 4, 5 players together. They offer free props all the time. That gives you like a free box that makes it easier for you. Check out prizepicks.com. But before you do, write this code down. It's FIVE for 5, FIVE. If you use that code, they will match your initial deposit up to $100. You put down $100, they're giving you $100 in free money. And you don't have to use it all at once. You could play 20 at first, 15 at first, or if you just want to put down 20 at the start and they match your 20, you can do that too. So use the code 5, FIVE. Also check out PrizePicks on 5, which is the show that we do on PrizePicks before just about every NBA slate. PrizePicks.com. Use the code FIVE.
And we are back to the action. That's a 3 from Gabe Vincent. So what a great way to start after the timeout. So it's 72-65. 3 points for Gabe Vincent. He's been better after a slow start. All right. Hawks ball. Trae Young on it. Passes it. And that's a turnover. Turnover. Vamos a ganar, parcero. Dice, F that Hawks have a huge comeback. Hi, says our friend Key Billing. Hi, Key Billing. Alejo, póngale la estampilla que sacamos el juego. Yes, vamos a sacar el juego. Vamos a ganar hoy. Max Strus from 3. Oh, he misses. Rebound for Gallinari. Delon Wright with the ball now. PJ Tucker on Dallin Wright. Herder, Hero on him. No way to go. Or that's Bogdanovich, actually. Bogdanovich, double team. He finds Dallin Wright for 3. Misses. He takes his own rebound. Back to Bogdanovich, double team again. And he gets called for a foul. I think it's on Max Strus. Max Strus, second foul for Strus in the game. He's out. Oladipo's in again. So Victor Oladipo, Victor time. All right, Trae Young for 3. He misses. Rebound for Okongwu, and he loses the ball. Dwayne Dedmon on the bench is complaining about saying that it came off Okongwu's foot, but it's Hawks ball. 14 seconds to go. He finds Bogdanovich, and that's an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Okongwu. His 4th foul already. He ball with 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. 72-56. 16 points. It's the difference right now. Here comes Tyler Hero to his left. Attacks. Finds PJ Tucker open. Oladipo attacks the basket. Oh, he should have gone for that one. Gabe Vincent attacks again, and it's blocked. I thought Oladipo was going to go for it. He should have gone for that dunk. I thought he had an open lane there to the rim. So 3 seconds for the Heat. The Heat has 3 seconds. Back to Hero. 2, 1. He shoots. No good. He didn't touch the rim, sadly, because it was a rebound by PJ Tucker, and then he put it in, but no good. It's Hawks ball. 72-56. We see Spoelstra talking to Coach Quinn. Deliberating there. And it's Dallin Wright's ball. Caleb Martin on Trae Young. And there's a play issue. They call a foul on Gabe Vincent. Third foul for Gabe Vincent so far. Miami's over the limit, so we're going to see Dallin Wright on the free throw line. 2 free throws for him. Dallin Wright makes the first one and misses the second one. Tyler Hero with a rebound. 20 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Gabe Vincent back to Hero. Hero passes, ball deflected. It's hit ball with 6 seconds left. They have to come from their own side of the court. And 6 seconds. They have 6 seconds. All right. Ball to Oladipo. 5, 4, 3. He attacks the basket. And it's good. That's Victor Oladipo. 74-57 now. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bogdanovich with the ball to his left. Caleb Martin on him. Jumps. Throws. Bad. Here comes Tyler Hero with the rebound. Oladipo again with the ball. He goes for 3, and it's not good. I think he rushed that 3, if you ask me. Fast break for the Hawks. Here comes Herder. They miss it. Okongwu miss it. Rebound by Oladipo. Back to Hero. Here comes the Heat again. Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero. To his left. To his right. One defender go down. He almost misses it. PJ Tucker from the corner. Ooh, misses that open shot. 74-57. Trae Young with the ball. PJ Tucker on him. He gets it to Gallinari. And that's 2 points for Gallinari in the paint. 74-59. The last minute of the third quarter coming up. Victor Oladipo now. To his right, then to his left. 9 seconds to go. 7. Back to Caleb Martin. She shoots a 3, and it's good. 3-pointer for Caleb Martin. 77-59. 18-point advantage for the Heat. The Hawks with 30 seconds to go in the clock. Gallinari. Back to Bogdanovic. There's a foul there. Foul called on Victor Oladipo. Second foul. Hello, sí, te lo mando ahora que estoy terminando algo de un juego. 2 minutos. Ok. ¿A quién saludo? ¿Cómo hago la entrada? All right, hit ball after those free throws. It's 77. I say 61. Jimmy Butler with the ball. Butler, last play. Here comes Max Strus for 3. And it's good. Max Strus. Max Strus with another 3 for the Heat. And it's going to be the last play of the quarter. Miami 80. The Hawks 61. So a 19-point advantage for the Heat going into the fourth quarter. Another assist for Jimmy Butler, who found Max Strus there. And let's review the box score now to see who's leading this table right now. It's Jimmy Butler with 24 points in the first 3 quarters, 7 rebounds, 3 assists already, 2 steals. Then it comes PG Tucker with 14 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Both Bam Adebayo and Gabe Vincent with 11 points each. Max Strus with 6 points. Then Caleb Martin and Tyler Hero with 3 points. The same for Dwayne Dedman, who's only played 3 minutes and 34 seconds today. Victor Oladipo playing 10 minutes, 37 seconds already. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. He hasn't been effective from the field, 1 for 5, but at least he's providing great defense. He's missed his 3 3-point attempts so far. For the Hawks, it's still Hunter. He finally scored 4 more points, so it's 15 points for him, 1 rebound, 1 point for Trae Young and John Collins, 7 for Delon Wright and Danilo Gallinari, 4 points for Okongwu and Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic with a really cold game after that great performance in Game 3. Kevin Huerter with 4 points as well, and Capella only 2. 61 points only for the Hawks in the first 3 quarters. Great defensive effort for the Miami Heat. Here in 20 minutes, the 4th game of the series between the Phoenix Suns and the New Orleans Pelicans. Let me see. Let's read some of you guys' comments here as we continue with our hangout. All right, let me see. Way to close the quarter. Let's take care of business in the clutch quarter and put this game away. KO, this is the same Hawks team that took you all out of the playoffs? Jose Matos says, Oladipo. Oladipo. Organized game. Thank you, Dipo. Says our friend Jose Matos. Big Papa says, that's the thing with Dipo. He don't need to score to make an impact. Duncan 1 for 5 is different than Dipo 1 for 5. Well, I'm just going through the numbers. I see it. I call it. It is what it is. I mean, I think it's been a collective effort. I wouldn't just put it on Oladipo, but great job by him so far. And it's good that he's played 10 minutes. It also helped. Let me see how, I mean, let me check Gabe Vincent's numbers because he's played 27 minutes already. He's only behind Tucker and Butler, just behind a couple of seconds. But Vincent today, 44% from the field, 4 for 9, but he started pretty slow. Then he picked it up because he started 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. Now he's 3 for 6. That's been the difference right there. You see Coach Kyle Lowry also helping the team from the sideline. And here we go. Red out night there in Atlanta. Not going their way so far. PJ Tucker ready. Jimmy Butler ready. Tyler Hero ready. Victor Oladipo. Right now it's Victor Oladipo, Bam Adebayo, Max Strus, Jimmy Butler, and Tyler Hero. Those are the 5 on the floor right now. All right, here we go. Here comes Jimmy Butler to his right. To Max Strus. Strus back to Adebayo, who gives it to Depot. Misses an open 3 on the corner. I don't know if it was Depot or Butler. That sleeve messes it up. All right, Gallinari. Strus on him. Gallinari and Strus. He goes for it. Man, the Hawks today. I said I was going to review the percentages. Let me check on the Hawks here because I think it's been a pretty bad game from the field for them. 35% says here. It looked like 30 to me. All right. Tyler Hero for 3. Ooh, in and out. He misses. 80-60 still. Kevin Huerter attacking the basket. Back to Hunter. They miss again. Victor Oladipo. Rebound. Back to Tyler Hero. Here comes Jimmy Butler. He wants that side just for him. Jumps. No good. I think he rushed that shot right there. Trae Young icing his legs on the bench for the Hawks. The Hawks are down by 19 so far. Gallinari fakes it. Max Strus goes for it. Back to Gallinari with Bam Adebayo on him. To his left, to his right, to his left, to his right now. He attacks the basket and gets 2 for the Hawks. No help there for Bam Adebayo. And Bam Adebayo is the one with the ball now crossing half court. Bam, back to Depot. Back to Butler. And a dunk. What a great play by Bam. Initiating offense to Oladipo, who then found Jimmy Butler under the basket. Hunter, Depot on him. Switch is Adebayo on Hunter now. He goes for 2. DeAndre Hunter has been the best scorer today for the Hawks so far. Way ahead of our friend Trae Young, who's only scored 9 points today. He's going to go after the game and talk about the referees. Here comes Max Strus for 3. Max Strus. Another 3. It's 85-65 for the Hawks. For the Heat over the Hawks. And it's a 20-point advantage now for the Miami Heat. Where's our friend KO? He left the chat, I guess. That's what happens when you talk too much. We'll see what happens with the Raptors and the Sixers. Jose says, yeah, this is the real Depot day. No matter how much he scores. 0 fast breaks for Atlanta with Depot in the game. Depot day, Frank. Yeah, you're right. He moves the ball better. Is enough. Yeah, what was weird to me from Duncan Robinson's game today is that he didn't even have a shot today. Like he didn't make a shot today. It was just zeros all over his box score. That was just odd. I don't know. I don't know for you guys, but it was weird to me. Yo, Max. What a setup by Victor. Shout me out. Be the Beast. What's up, Be the Beast? How you doing, man? Are you enjoying the hangout? We surely are. The Heat is winning 85-65, taking this advantage. 3-1 advantage to welcome back to Miami. Miami will be playing the Hawks once again on Tuesday, trying to get it over with and advancing to face the winner of the series between the Sixers and the Raptors. Duncan has been shooting like that all game, all year. I don't know, man. I mean, we just saw him in the first game. He was great. Then the second one was all right. He didn't play much either. The third one, he played a little more. He didn't shoot as well. And then this one, he didn't even get a shot up, which is just weird. I wish Strus got that money from Duncan. Well, remember that last year and the year more the year before, we were very excited about Duncan Robinson. And I don't have the stats right now, but he was one of the best in the playoffs. I remember that Indiana series starting in the bubble, and he was great. All right, who's here? Jose Mato says Raptors and Sixers is a funeral. Yo, this stream is lit. Thank you, man. Thank you to Be the Beast. Vince the Prince says, I wish Sus got that money. Please, you the best streamer. No cap. Thank you, guys. That being the story of the year, though. One good shooting game for every 4. Well, hopefully he's back and he plays better in game 5 and he takes us to the next round. I mean, if you have a guy that wins, well, he didn't win it by himself, but if he leads the team in 2 out of the 4 games in a playoff series, he might be worth your money. All right, Strus can actually defend, and he can shoot via dribble, which Duncan can't do. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I mean, I know I'm not talking bad about Max Strus. My surprise is that Duncan didn't even get a shot up. All right, here we go. Back to the action. 2 points by Jimmy Butler to start the action as soon as we're back. So it's 87-85 after a missed shot by the Hawks. I'm way behind in this broadcast here. So it was a fast break for Hero. Back to Jimmy. No, back to Depot, back to Jimmy, and then Jimmy scored. And then the Hawks scored, and then Jimmy scored. So it's 89-67 actually. I'm gonna go to that one because this one is very late. So all right, Kevin Huerter on the ball. Let me put the mosaic form here. All right, this is a little better. Jimmy Butler with 4 points to start the fourth quarter. Well, not to start the fourth quarter, to start the action after that timeout. 8 minutes left. 22 points, the advantage for the Hawks, for the Heat over the Hawks. Here comes Adebayo. Back to Oladipo. Oladipo attacks to the right. Oh, camera went somewhere else. Back to Jimmy Butler. Goes up for 2. He misses. Rebound for Oladipo. A shot up. I don't know what's going on here with the cameras. They're going all over the place. So we don't know what's going on. All right, here we go. Bam Adebayo with the rebound. And he puts it back in. And there's a foul. So it's 2 points and 1 for Bam Adebayo. It's 91-67 for the Heat. And this is just going one way, hopefully. We thought the same about game 3 at some point. Great offensive rebound by Bam Adebayo there. Jimmy Butler celebrates. Pat Riley doesn't even move. He knows the Heat is going over this bump. The Hawks are not a rival for the Heat for sure. We knew it. Our friend KO knew it. He left the stream. He knows better. And here comes the Let's Go Heat chant in State Farm Arena. All right. The Heat back with the ball. Bam Adebayo. to Victor Oladipo. He steps back for 3. No good. And here comes the Hawks. Kevin Huerter. Another deflection. Still for the Heat. Tyler Hero. Back to Oladipo. Back to Hero. He finds Depot, who gets it to Butler. Cross pass for Max Strus. Goes for 3 and misses. Great play. Hustle play by Max Strus. Jimmy Butler attacks the basket. And that's 2 more points for the Heat. 2 more points for the Heat. And it's 94-69. 94-69. And Jimmy Butler got fouled. So that's another trip for the line to the line for Jimmy Butler. But great hustle play by Max Strus. Great hustle play. Now we see a little smile on Pat Riley's face. Finally. Let's go Heat chant again in State Farm Arena. Jimmy Butler makes it, so it's 95-69. So far, a blowout win by the Heat. Here comes Hunter with the ball. There's a foul call there. We don't know on who. Let me refresh here so we can get a more accurate situation here going on the stream. So, 95-69. Hawks ball. Trae Young with 15 seconds left in the possession. 6:15 to go in the game. Huerter back to Hunter. That's a 3. So Hunter has been killing it for the Hawks today. But it was about it. It's been him and not much else going on for the Hawks. All right, here we go. Jimmy Butler with the ball. 8 seconds left. He attacks, goes to his right, finds Bam. Bam misses, and the Hawks get the rebound. So it's 95-72. 5 minutes, 42 seconds to go. The Hawks attack the basket, and it's Hunter again. No, that's Clint Capella, actually. He gets 2 points. It's 95-74. So a 21-point lead for the Heat. And we're going for another timeout. So let's continue reviewing some of you guys' comments. Well, that's game. It says V Karma. Well, still 6 minutes to play, so plenty of time. Let me see. He the shoe, dude. Yo, the Hawks stink. Maybe. Ray Chase says, I lost 3 NBA parlays today. The only one that I still alive has Max Strus over 12.5 points, and he has 12 points. Jimmy Butler already hit his points, rebounds, and assists over for me. So let's all cheer for that Max Strus point so our friend Ray gets that parlay going. Come on, Max. We need one more basket from you. So you get our friend Ray some cash. And if you like to bet, we want to invite you. Please go to PrizePicks.com. Use the promo code 5 FIVE and get a 100% match on your deposit. Take advantage of it. That's the best way to bet. It's a fun way to bet. You can play different sports at the same time, different players at the same time. It's a fun way to do it. Go ahead. Fun and safe way to do it. All right. The Heat, it's being led by Jimmy Butler with 33 points. PJ Tucker and Bam Adebayo both have 14. Max Strus with 12. I think Max Strus, I know you guys love him, but he's 4 for 16 today and 4 for 14 from 3. So low percentage. I know you guys love him. He brings a lot to the table, but it hasn't been a great game for him. But this is why this is a team sport. So 11 points for Gabe Vincent and not many points from the bench today. Tyler Hero, only 3 points. Oladipo, only 2 points. Caleb Martin, only 3 points. No points from Robinson. 3 points from Detman. So between those 5 players, Hero, Ladipo, Martin, Robinson, and Detman, only 3, 6, 9, 11 points. So 11 out of the 95 points have come from the bench. Only 11. Wow. It's 33 for Butler, 12 for Strus, 14 from Tucker, 14 from Adebayo, and 11 from Vincent. For the Hawks, they've only scored 74 points. 24 out of those 74 are from DeAndre Hunter. The second best scorer on the Hawks, that's John Collins with 11. Trae Young, you may ask, only 9 points, 5 assists in this game 4 of the series. He thought he won the title in game 4. Game 3, I'm sorry, he didn't. Here we go. It all looks like he's going to be hitting 5. I said the Heat were going to sweep. I was wrong, I guess. But if they played it right, this would have been over tonight. So I'm not taking my prediction away. All right, Jimmy Butler. What happened now? They called a foul on who? On Strus. And now Jimmy's giving Strus some lessons there. Now we are better. Now we're getting there. All right. 5 minutes, 23 seconds to go. Delon Wright with the ball. Tyler Hero on him. Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter to his left. And he just loses the ball. No, it was a pass. What was it there? The Hawks get the ball with 4 seconds left. Sorry. Trae Young on the ball. Ooh, they almost found Capella down there. Tyler Hero to Bam. To Butler, and he gets fouled by Clint Capella. Bam is another one of those guys that should be more aggressive. That play, I would like him to go for it. Why not? They're up by 21. Fast break. Go for it. But Jimmy Butler in the line, so that means more points. He makes the first one, 96-74. This is a blowout, my people. Remember, right after the game, we have the post-up show hosted by our friend Royal Shepherd. So go ahead, go over there, and enjoy the post-game show. Butler misses the second one, so it's 96-74. Trae Young with the ball, 4:55 to go. He shoots another 3 from way deep, and he misses again. What's his percentage today? Trae Young, he's 3 for 10, 3 for 11 now. Open 3 for Tyler Hero. Oh, he missed another one. Tyler Hero has been one of those guys that has missed a lot of open shots today. So not a good night for Hero. But it's been a great defensive effort for the Heat. Oh, talking about defense. Jimmy Butler just gets one steal, and he dunks it. Timeout for the Hawks. Trae Young talking back to somebody. I think it was Victor Oladipo there. Trae, come on, man. You're losing by 24 points. Get back to your bench. You're good. Stop doing that. Oh, man. This has been just another regular show. Here we go. Just Red says, looks like the series is all but over. I don't know. Joseba, Fernando Roberto. Hawks al horno hoy. Hoy comemos pollito al horno. So 98-74. Jimmy Butler with a great night. We talked about it during the pregame show. Every time Kyle Lowry is not in it, he gets a triple-double tonight. Not a triple-double, but a double-double already because he had his 10th rebound. He's with 36 points in 36 minutes. 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, 1 block. So great performance for Jimmy Butler. Strus still needing one more basket from you. So our friend Ray gets his parlay there. And if you like to bet, go ahead and go to PrizePicks.com. PrizePicks.com, use the promo code 5, F-I-V-E, and get a 100% match on your deposit. So if you deposit $100, you get $200 to play and have fun all throughout the playoff. But you can also play an NHL, you can also play soccer, you can also play baseball right now, the MLB going on. Anything, whatever sport you like, you can bet on PrizePicks. Where's KO? I don't know, man. He disappeared, just like any Sixers fans. Whenever they do what they do in the playoffs, they just go out and disappear. The other game of the night, the last game of this Sunday, the Phoenix Suns against the New Orleans Pelicans, it's about to start. All right, here comes the Hawks. Collins. I think these guys are playing. All right. Never. Yeah, I think this is the rotation, the back end of the rotation for the guys. Let me see. I'm seeing some faces that I haven't seen before. All right. Max Truss to the corner. Victor Oladipo. And he makes another one. It's a long two for Victor Oladipo. So it's 100-74. I think this is game. Nate McMillan looks like just surrendered and thinks this might be over. A foul on Caleb Martin. So yes, Johnson, Mays, Knox, Luwawu, Cabarrot, and Dieng are on the court. So this is game over. This is what Nate McMillan is saying right now. Game is over for them. So we have Robinson back on the court. I think is it. This is it for Max Truss's night. So no parlay for a friend. Sadly, sorry, man. We tried. We gave it all of our effort, and it wasn't enough. Omer, your 7, is also getting some minutes. And here comes Victor Oladipo to Duncan Robinson. Please, Duncan, shoot one at least. You can't be a whole game without shooting the ball, man. Come on. Go for it. Here comes Victor Oladipo. It's 100-74 so far. 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Remember, right after this, the post-op show. Don't tell me you guys are not doing the post-op show. Come on, let me see. Don't say that. Anyway. All right, come to the YouTube channel here to another broadcast, but they're going to be here sometime soon, I hope. It's 3 minutes, 3 seconds left to go. Victor Oladipo playing his first minutes in the postseason. Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, Highsmith gets some minutes as well. Your 7 also there in the huddle with Eric Spoelstra. For the Hawks, it's Johnson, Mays, Knox, Luwawu, Cabarrot, and Ying getting some minutes here. Game over for Nate McMillan and the Hawks today. They just don't want to play anymore. That's it. All right. All right. Remember, as soon as this game's over, go over to the post-op show. We're going to be doing the post-game analysis. So make sure you join us as soon as the game's over. We're going to be there reviewing everything that happened, all that happened there. All right, we're back to it. They ruled it a common foul. I don't know what they were reviewing there, but here we go. It's Hawks ball. Here we go. Last minutes. We're just getting some action from the guys that have not played a lot for the Hawks or have not played at all. And this is going to be about it. Thank you to all of you that are here with us. Let's enjoy the last couple of minutes of the game. I'm waiting for a Duncan 3. Come on, man. Here we go. He shuts. And he makes it. Oh, they called a foul? No way. That was... Okay, so I guess the basket is going to count. And your 7's going to get a free throw. Okay, now we're talking. I was a little scared there. Come on, man. Don't take away the basket from Duncan. But you see, that's what I want to see Duncan shooting the ball. That's what makes sense to me. But sometimes it is what it is. 103-77. Your 7 misses the 3. Here comes the Hawks. Go for a 3. Nothing. Another rebound for Oladipo. Let me check how many rebounds Oladipo has. 7 before that one, so maybe 8 now. Highsmith goes for 3. He's out of bounds. So remember, as soon as this game is over, go to the 5 Reasons YouTube channel here, but go to the post-op show. We're going to have it. All of the analysis, all of the opinions, the post-game show is there, not here. Here we enjoyed the pregame show and the hangout during the game, and it was a great atmosphere. 80 points for the Hawks right now. Victor Oladipo attacks the basket and gets 2 more points. Oladipo, Victor. Victor has had a great game today, so I don't know about Spoelstra, but I think we all agree that we need to see more minutes from him. Over the shoulder, I think. Yeah, offensive interference. But so far, Knox the second with a couple of baskets, so he has 6 points. He already scored more points than Bogdanovic and Okongwu. He's only played 6 minutes. Bogdanovic with 20 minutes, and so not a good game for him. Not a good game for our friend Trae Young either. 105-80. Last minute to go here in the 4th game of the series. The Miami Heat winning and taking care of business so they can return here on Tuesday night and finish it. Another 3 for the Hawks. 105-83. Last minute to play here. Almost over. Again, thank you to all of you that have joined us today. Here comes Depot for 3. Highsmith for 3. 105-83 now. Another 3 for the Hawks. Nothing. Rebound for Duncan. He gives it to your 7. Here comes Oladipo. Oladipo is just going to play it cool. Last couple of possessions. Here comes Depot. Let's go Heat chance again. To your 7. Oh, he found. Oh, what a great defense. Great pass for your 7 to Highsmith. Back to your 7 who dunks it. And that's going to be it. Last play of the game for the Hawks. Long 2. They miss it. Another rebound for Caleb Martin. 2 points. He gives it back to the Hawks. They make a 3, so that one's going to count. And it's 110-86. I think these guys scored like 12 points in the last couple of minutes. 110-86. The Miami Heat won this game, and they take the lead, the 3-1 lead in the series. Thank you very much to all of you that have joined us over, let me see how many hours, 3.5 hours here in broadcast. We had fun in this game. This wasn't as exciting as game 3, but it was a very comfortable win for the Miami Heat, 110-86. Great defensive performance for the Miami Heat tonight. Let's review some of the final numbers, final stats for the Heat before we turn it over and you guys go to the Hawks, to the post-up show here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. All right, it was 36 points for Jimmy Butler, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks, 14 points for Bam Adebayo, 8 rebounds, 1 assist. Similar stat line for PJ Tucker, 14 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Gabe Vincent, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Max Strus, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. For Strus, Oladipo, 6 points, 8 rebounds. Give me a second. 8 rebounds, 4 assists. And Tyler Hero, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Caleb Martin, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. Robinson, 3 points. Finally, he made that one. 1 rebound at the end. 3 points for Detman, 3 points for Highsmith, 2 points for Yurt7. And this is a 110-86 win for the Miami Heat. For the Hawks, DeAndre Hunter scored 24 out of the 86 points for the Hawks today. Trae Young only 9 points. And like I said, our friend Knox the second played only 4 minutes, and he ended up with 12 points. So he was the second best scorer for the Hawks in this game. That talks a little bit about how bad it was for Trae Young, for Herter, for Collins, for Capella, for Dallin Wright, for Bogdanovich, all of these guys, even Gallinari, who had great games in game 2 of the series. So this is about it. Thank you very much for being here with us. It's been a blessing to share this Sunday night basketball experience with you. The Miami Heat wins, and they get a 110-86 blowout win in Atlanta to take it back to Miami. And we will be back with you guys on Tuesday. But before that, go ahead and go check the post-up show here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. You're not late. You're not late. You're early for the post-up. So go ahead to the other broadcast. Go to the other broadcast and go enjoy the post-up show. Thank you to all of you that joined us here. Jonathan, Star Fox, thank you. Go join the other broadcast. We are doing the post-up in another broadcast. Thank you very much for being here with us. And we will be back with more Miami Heat content here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the night. And we will see you soon here on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. Bye-bye. Thank you.